Our first guest tonight, morning radio program, is actually simulcast in 3 cities. He is now heard here in New York City, also Philadelphia, and Washington, D.C. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to this program the lovely and talented Howard Stern. Hi, Howard.
Hi, Dave.
Nice to see you. How are you?
I read that Letterman is going to be the host of the Academy Awards show. It was on the news? Yeah. I saw that on Entertainment Tonight.
What?
That Letterman was going to host the Academy Awards.
Yeah.
I think he'll be good at it. I mean, you know, people love him no matter what he does. I'm just happy because I read an article just now that Tom Snyder's ratings went like super way down. Everyone's all concerned already. Second day in.
Oh, so he might be out in a week?
Yeah. I'd love to be the guy to finish him off.
Well, you better move quick.
Yeah. You know, and everyone's like shocked. Well, what do you mean? He lost all the ratings that he got the first night? Yeah. Well, the first night everyone checked it out. It was like the Chevy Chase show. The second night everyone bailed on it.
Yeah, because they knew there was nothing there.
And now Letterman's happy because he brought Tom Snyder in, but he's happy because in some way he says, see how great I am?
Yeah, look at how hard it is to do what I do.
Yeah.
And be good at it.
I walked in this morning and said, oh, Tom Snyder has cancer. And someone said, you're kidding? I go, yeah, show business cancer.
Ratings cancer.
Everything he touches has to be removed. What a nice morning. I love it. I'm a big fan of ratings and late night. I love when you take a guy off of cable television. He should have stayed on cable television. Nice little safe haven.
It didn't have to worry about ratings.
Didn't have to worry about ratings. Now he's got to worry about it.
Down to earth ratings.
Yeah, did you see that? It goes down to earth ratings for Tom's second night. He's going to watch him. I mean, why would that shock anyone? This is a guy who's unwatchable and unlistenable. And he was all excited. They're running commercials for him, and Letterman's talking about him, and everyone's talking about him, but now he's got to get on and perform.
Yesterday, I couldn't believe my eyes. USA Today had a glowing review of his first night.
Yeah.
Glowing.
Yeah, because if Letterman says you're good, you're good. But everyone forgets everybody can't stand Tom Snyder. Well, reviews, listen, I never got a good review, but I have ratings. I'd rather take my career.
Yeah, I just couldn't understand it.
Anything I do gets crappy reviews. But the fans like it.
Yeah.
And my philosophy of career has always been not to give a rat's ass about winning over the people that hate you, because you can't win them over. Mm-hmm. Just please the people who like you.
Yeah, why bother to cater to the people who don't at all?
Yeah. I know what my fans like. Here, penis. There you go. Done. End of sentence.
Move on to the next thing.
What bit would you like to hear now? The vagina? What would you like to hear me do? And I know there are people who think that that's not funny, but...
Crass and vulgar.
Right. Listen, I'm working on a movie. I know they've already reviewed my movie. What do you think? What do you think?
The reviews are in the drawer already.
Yeah. I talked to Siskel and Ebert. They already have filed their review. You don't have to watch the movie to say you hate it.
It's easier to say you hate it if you don't watch.
Who was it but the great K Gardella, a former reviewer for the Daily News, who said, I don't have to watch it to know it's bad.
Yeah, what do you mean? I have to see it first?
Yeah, I know. If you're in it, it's horrible.
I could tell from what everybody else was saying it was bad.
What an amazing woman.
And she's still working.
Really?
Doesn't she do a freelance column?
Not that I've seen. I think that was pretty well.
Maybe it's in her house.
Yeah.
I think she's still
you say she's working, but nobody's reading it. Well, yeah, she's the best. We haven't played that phone call in a long time.
It was pretty funny.
Yeah. I wonder if, like people in Miami have never heard that. Listen to this. So one time I'm on the air, and I had just done something. I think I released a videotape.
Maybe that was it.
I released a videotape of the underpants and negligee party.
Right.
I did this thing on TV. The first time that me and Robin ever did anything really major on TV was a pay-per-view thing called Underpants and Negligee Party. And,
What do you expect?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, come on.
Hamlet.
So this lady who was a pretty powerful reviewer for the Daily News, powerful in the sense that she writes for a big newspaper, she says she writes her horrible review and says she didn't watch the show.
Yeah.
So I called her up on the air. She came on, and she says, I don't need to watch that show to know that it's filth.
She had read someone else's review.
Yeah. And she says, besides, I read what everyone else said. So if that doesn't expose the phony baloney-ness of this cuckoo business we're in, I don't know what does. No. Hey, Gary, you got that tape? You got that cuckoo tape? Here, okay, you know what? Let me take a break. I'll go dig it out.
All right.
If I leave it to Gary, it could take all morning. We'll be back right after this.
You're listening to The Howard Stern Show. More after this. 97.1 The Eagle.
6:16 at The Eagle. This is Brad Baxter. It's 6:22 at 97.1 The Eagle.
You're listening to The Howard Stern Show.
Howard Stern Show.
Howard Stern.
You're listening to The Howard Stern Show. It is my birthday, and I assume...
Happy birthday.
Thank you. I assume the birthday show is tomorrow. I've been assuming
This is your
that.
birthday show.
I've assumed that.
No. This is your birthday show. We figured you'd like to do the show yourself.
Well, we'll see. I think tomorrow is going to be a big party. And if I'm right by chance, you're in for a special treat. All of our listeners who love the birthday show.
Boy, is he going to be surprised when he's sitting here again tomorrow morning.
No. Tomorrow morning I will be... This is what will happen. I'll be sitting in my car. Ronnie will drive me around an extra 10 minutes as I sit in the car feeling like the biggest jerk on 2 feet because I'm about to walk into a room where everyone's going to be carrying on for my birthday.
Gee, I hope it happens for you because it makes you so happy.
The most embarrassing moment of the birthday show is like walking in and like, you know, the music is playing and everyone's applauding my birthday.
That's the one time I'm not with you. I never know what that's like for you. I'm always away from you, sitting there waiting for you to get in. So I don't know what the look is on your face.
You want to know something? I think if you were with me, it'd be better. I think that's what it is. I need to have you at my side. It somehow bolsters me.
Oh, boy.
I don't feel as stupid.
Well, I don't want to cause you that kind of embarrassment. So what's happening?
I only go through this embarrassment because my fans love it.
Let's talk about that day that we really got you fooled and you didn't think we had done a birthday show.
It's the saddest day of my life.
I never saw anyone in such bad condition.
Right.
I was so happy not to have to sit in there where Fred and Jackie sit that day.
See, I have a big ego.
And you were pissed.
And OJ was pissed.
Do you realize you walked out on me in mid-sentence that day?
I did. I walked out on you. I couldn't handle your voice, the sound of your voice.
I was trying to talk to him after the show.
I couldn't believe there was no birthday show.
And he just walked into the office, grabbed his suitcase, and walked out.
Yeah. And now when I walk in on the birthday show like last year, it's sort of to half-assed applause because it's the 8th surprise show in a row, and the sponsors have done the drill before. You know what I mean?
That's why we've got to stop. It has no more of its charge. This is it, Howard. It's not happening.
I would tell you to stop, but you know what? You can't stop because people love it.
Yeah, right.
That's right. People love it. Hey, by the way, today's show should be very special. Yes, I will replay Elvis for anybody who missed it. I'll replay that at
That was wonderful.
Yes.
It was fun to do Elvis again.
And I didn't get to hear it.
Elvis again.
I didn't get to hear it, so that'll be a first for me.
Yeah.
And also coming in is the actor. You know about this?
I just found out.
Yeah. Who told you?
Gary.
Yeah, I wish Gary wouldn't tell you so I can tell you.
He's always afraid that I'll be like him and not know something that I need to know.
Right.
So he comes and asks me on the day that somebody's going to get here if I have some old inquirers.
Yeah. Like you'll be able to get them right. No preparation with that boy.
Yeah, sure, I carry 50 copies
of the Old Inquirer.
Of Old Inquirers in my briefcase at all times.
Which, of course,
an entire library.
When he booked a guest, he should have sent someone over to find out or...
Doesn't matter. I do my homework.
And you're set.
Everything's fine.
All right, good. That's my producer. He calls you. So anyway, today's show, actor Jan Michael Vincent is coming in to refute allegations that he beat his wife.
Not only that I don't know what he's refuting, but the charges were that his wife says he beat her repeatedly.
Yeah.
She feared for her life. He demanded that she have sex with his friends.
Hey.
And that he killed her cat in a rage. So,
yeah, I can deal with all that except for the cat thing.
Yeah, the cat thing.
Right.
Pretty bad.
So Jan Michael's going to come in and tell us his side of the story.
Okay, because she did drop the charges.
Yeah. He wants everyone to know that he didn't kill her cat.
Okay. That's what he's refuting? She did have sex with a friend?
I don't know. I don't know what he's refuting. He just wants to come in and refute a whole bunch of junk.
Okay.
And if you've got articles, just keep telling him the junk and let's see if he refutes it.
Well, I don't have the articles, but it's all
in the
head.
All right. Well, that's just as good. So, that should be kind of fun. I always like when a guy comes in to explain that he didn't beat his wife.
Yeah, well, he's had a lot of trouble.
Yeah. So he wants to get his, image back intact. Because I guess like people in Hollywood might be afraid of him because they think he's going to go around beating people up.
I'm trying to think. There was someone not too long ago talking about him and how he was a mess on some movie set.
See? So he's going to come in here and try to explain to everyone that he's gotten a bad rap.
Okay.
Which I respect. That's the way to handle it.
Do people know who Jan Michael Vincent is?
No, it doesn't make a difference. Yeah, they know who he is. He's in a lot of movies.
Well, he was in that TV show. What was that TV show called, Fred?
Airwolf, I think.
With Ernest Borgnine?
Yes.
Wow, he got to work with Ernest Borgnine?
The one and only.
I watched Poseidon Adventure on HBO last night again for the millionth time. Ernie Borgnine. No! Starts yelling at Gene Hackman. No! We listen to you, preacher! Now my girlfriend's dead. His girlfriend is Stella Stevens. Ernest Borgnine.
Not in a million
You killed the only thing I ever loved! Shut up, big fat slob.
Look, if you look like Ernie Borgnine and you managed to get Stella Stevens, you'd be pretty upset if she died.
Yeah, only in the movies. Actually, Jan Michael Vincent wants to come in and apologize for acting with Ernest Borgnine. That's what he really wants to apologize for.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry about that show.
I didn't mean it.
All right. Anyway, so that'll happen later. That's something to look forward to as Jan Michael comes in and restores his image right here on the program.
Well, this is the place you should come.
Yeah. We think OJ, when he gets out, he should come here and restore his image.
Forget pay-per-view.
All right.
Here you need to be.
Yeah, you get on with us, everything will be fine. Oh, I found that piece of tape. You want to hear K Gardella?
Okay.
All right. So we were talking earlier this morning, before the commercial break, that there was this reviewer for the Daily News here in New York, which is a damn big paper. It's like the biggest paper in New York. And she used to always be on my case. Because I was saying to Robin, even before my movie comes out, most people have already reviewed it.
Yeah, the review is already written.
Yeah, they'll say, hey, he sucks, and he's a big idiot, and he's dope. That's what I'm dealing with.
They just need to put the title of the movie in.
People hear me say that, and they go, no, they don't. Reviewers are really good people. They have integrity. So there was this woman, this K Gardella. She was the big reviewer when we first got to town. And Robin and I and the guys had done a pay-per-view special called the Underpants Party. Underpants and Negligee Party. And I called Kay on the air.
After you read her review.
I read a review, and I couldn't believe that she actually saw the show. And I got her to admit that she didn't see the show.
Yeah.
So want to hear it again? I just saw people in Miami, some of the new markets have never heard this.
Well, we have to alert them.
Yeah, it's like a 13-minute call, so I queued it up about 4 minutes in or so, because I figured you didn't want to hear all,
the build-up.
Yeah. Let me see if I can get this going.
Opinions is when you get a hold of me, and you didn't even see my TV show and you gave an opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see the TV show?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you did? Do you swear you did?
Oh, I know. On how many? Your Bible, I swear on. You got a Bible?
See, she didn't see the TV show. All right, then you're right. I never thought we'd owe Howard Stern a vote of thanks. But the foul-mouthed broadcaster...
I must have had a cold that day.
Yeah, listen to
it's
you.
Like, the foul-mouthed broadcaster.
It really does sound like you're holding your nose.
I know.
Did us a favor by driving a nail into the coffin of pay-per-view cable casting. I can understand why you don't like me, but why don't you like pay-per-view? What do you care if they charge money, if people want to spend money on...
I care very much.
Why?
I care for the public being ripped off. Are you kidding?
But why are they ripped off? If they want to spend money to see a movie...
They're ripped off.
Or WrestleMania.
Well, yeah, they don't have to get ripped off. They just don't have to subscribe.
You walk in, even now, when you walk into a movie, now we're paying $7 for a movie, that's a rip-off.
Why?
That is a rip-off.
Just don't go to see it.
Well, no, but they have a right to see a movie without paying $7.
Listen to her.
She's nuts.
I know. $7 is a rip-off for a movie?
This is no logic at all.
Yeah. Excuse me, you can charge whatever you want for a movie. You can charge $100 for a movie and people will pay
it. We were talking about gas and electric.
Yeah.
But this is a movie.
This isn't something you need.
the same movies we saw for 35 cents years ago.
Do you realize how expensive it is to go to the... I mean, do you realize how expensive it is to make a movie?
She goes, do you believe that logic? I used to spend 35 cents for a movie when they first came out.
Movies go up?
Yeah, why would that cost more? This is a movie review. This is a TV and movie reviewer.
Yeah. And she is so out of touch, she doesn't understand that things cost more today.
Yeah, she used to drive me nuts. I used to get infuriated by this woman. Because I don't even care if she gives me a bad review, but you have to watch the show in order to review it. I still think that that's one of the basic things.
Even if you wind up hating it then, it's all right. Yeah. But if you don't watch it and you write a bad review, there's something wrong with that.
Well, this happens in my life all the time. People have preconceived notions of who I am and want to get involved with me and stuff, so they always have their own spin on stuff even before they meet me.
Yeah.
That's why I don't do interviews anymore.
You know how much risk there is? You know I had to put up $500,000 in order to get that pay-per-view special on the air? I mean, you got to charge money for this stuff.
You put up $500,000?
$500,000.
Now, mind you, she hadn't seen the show, so she doesn't know what I put up $500,000 for.
You're out of your mind.
Well, that's what things cost, Kay. You're out of touch. I'm telling you.
Then why didn't you do a better show?
But you didn't see it. How do you know how good it was?
I read about it. I didn't need to see it.
You read it where?
Where did you read about it?
Oh, my goodness, there's been reviews all over.
Reviews where?
Did you read one in the Post?
You mean you read the guy's...
read the Post?
Wait a second. You read the guy's Post review and then you based it on that? You can't do that. That's not fair. That's his viewpoint, not yours.
I wasn't giving a viewpoint. I just said you did us a favor.
Yeah, but wait a second, Kay. How can you say I did a bad show?
Wait a minute. Read that next line.
Okay.
She didn't give a review.
Yeah,
That's not a review. I just said you did us a favor.
You said you did us a favor by driving a nail into the coffin of pay-per-view cable casting with his sleazy show. Maybe now people will think twice before paying for garbage they can get for free in any city dump.
Yeah, I do. I feel that way. Yeah.
But
what
Kay,
does that mean?
It doesn't mean anything.
Sure does.
It means that if I don't want to pay pay-per-view, then I shouldn't pay for it. And then you're not getting ripped off. You only get ripped off if you pay for it. And
I'm listening.
She's like the woman that you make total sense, and then the only response is
She's already gone.
She's the judge. She's listening. She's trying to. She can't even backpedal.
Okay, and then you say...
You're not getting ripped off if you pay for something you want.
I'll tell you how you get ripped off when a reviewer doesn't review a show and you buy the paper expecting them to watch it,
Right, and you take their word and you don't get something you might have enjoyed.
Who are you talking to?
To Robin.
Robin?
Robin and Howard. And if you watch the show, you would have known who Robin is.
But I don't need to watch it. I get reports on you every day.
But, Kay...
this phone just rings off with people calling me about you.
But, Kay, it's not fair what you're doing. Don't you realize you're printing something in the paper about something you didn't see?
No, that's not bad. Not when Howard Stern blasts people every day on the radio. That's not...
That's why I think she's not there anymore. I would assume that we had something to do with it. Not when Howard...
So out of touch.
When Howard Stern blasts people on... But a lot of people feel that way about me, people in power.
Especially people who write.
Like the guy at the FCC. I mean, and no one in the government cares. No, this is still going on. Clinton hasn't done a damn thing about it. Nobody.
But
the guy's made totally inappropriate remarks. And, he's an FCC commissioner. I'm a radio guy.
But you can't say anything. You get on the air and say, I wish somebody dies of cancer.
Oh,
it's like you got a pipeline to God.
Yeah. What a vendetta that was.
It's amazing.
That only forced the FCC to do unconstitutional stuff and ban this company from buying radio stations. Because I wished cancer on somebody. But this is what you're dealing with people whose heads are like bowling balls.
I wish they had 3 holes in them. They'd be more useful.
Right. At least you could roll them down an alley and hit some pins. This is what you're dealing with. You're dealing with bureaucrats in a little power position, and they wait to get a hold of somebody like me. I see it in every aspect of my life.
Yeah, and then they get to really exercise their power.
Yeah, they're going to teach a lesson.
I can make it work.
Yeah, the guy at the FCC, the reviewers. Anybody who's supposed to be responsible isn't.
Yeah, these allegedly objective people.
Yeah.
Because you listen to her. I get calls about you all the time. People are reporting to me about you all the time. So I finally decided I had to take you to task.
Yeah. The whole world's going to teach me a lesson.
You mean you think that it's okay to review something without seeing it? And then, just based on what another reporter said? You lose all credibility.
Why are you getting so excited about this?
Because you lose credibility that way.
Why could you possibly care what I say when you're always knocking me?
Because you're in the newspaper. You have power over it. You shape people's perceptions of other performers. Let's say
and you do the same thing about readers.
Let's say a guy...
About writers, rather. And
yes,
it's going on every day, practically.
But, Kay,
at least we read your column when we're doing.
We base it on what we read. You should at least watch the TV show before you pass judgment on it.
I had to only see the title, and then, no, I wouldn't like to. You're saying you don't have to pay for something. If you don't want to go to it, you don't have to pay for it. I just have to see that title and know what you do, and I wouldn't want to see it.
Yeah, but that's not fair to write something.
That would be okay to write. If K Gardella got in the newspaper and wrote, I heard the title Underpants and Negligee Party, and therefore I didn't watch it, because all I have to do is hear that name, and I know I'm not interested.
Right.
That would be an opinion.
And you know she didn't see it.
And you know she didn't see it. But she's saying the show was garbage.
You should write, I didn't see it. You should at least write, I didn't get to see it, but I'm not interested in it based on the title.
Mm-hmm.
That's honest.
No. That's you telling me what to do.
When I critique your writing, I actually look at your writing, and then I critique it.
Mm-hmm.
We actually read verbatim what's going on in your column.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And I mean, but the point...
Robin, I don't know you.
Well, you don't listen to the show, and you review that, and then you don't watch...
I don't listen to the show. I'm not a masochist.
Okay, you call me a foul-mouthed broadcaster, and yet you've never heard any of the things I've said. I don't think I'm a foul-mouthed broadcaster.
Well, see, that's a difference of opinion.
Yeah, but you haven't heard me, so how could you say that?
Oh, well, I've heard
you. Let your opinion be formed by...
She goes, well, I've heard you. 2 seconds ago, she said, I didn't hear you.
I don't know what she's heard.
That's like me with ratings. People who say they don't listen. But they do. Oh, I've heard you.
They tell you everything that's on the show.
Yeah. First she goes, well, I've never heard you. I don't know who Robin is. And then you go, okay, well, you don't listen. Oh, no, I listen.
But there's no way she could listen. She only listens to you. Her ears tune out when she hears my voice.
She's never heard you before.
Robin, I don't know you, but I listen to the things you've read.
No. Robin, you don't know what you're talking about.
How can you comment on something you've never seen? Isn't that dishonest? Isn't that ripping off someone else?
No.
Isn't that plagiarism?
No.
Commenting on what the guy from the Post said?
No, I'm not.
And not giving him credit?
Not a word that the Post said.
Yeah, but you're also saying that...
Not a word that the Post said.
Yeah, but you're basing your opinion on what the guy from the Post said.
Well, I have great respect for him. I know him. He's a colleague, and I'm sorry. I have respect.
I know him, and he's a colleague. So what he says goes. So why don't you just say...
Why do we have two, then?
Yeah, why not just write in your column, I'm basing my opinion on the New York Post reviewer.
Or give up your job and say just read the Post.
Yeah.
Because that guy's pretty competent, and I agree with everything he said.
Yeah, he can do the same job I'm doing.
All right, now here's the other thing I take umbrage with, Kay.
Why didn't anybody invite you to a screening if you were so anxious for people to see it?
It was a live event, Kay.
Mm-hmm.
How could you have a screening of a live event?
Amazing.
Well, it had to be seen someplace.
Well, I have a video.
The day of.
There's a video out now. You want me to send you a copy of it?
No.
1-800-52-STERN comes with the poster. You get to see the Underpants and Negligee Party, plus all the backstage antics, Jessica Hahn with the lesbians, everything.
No, that wouldn't interest me.
I'm telling you don't know till you've seen it.
It wouldn't interest me.
It's better than that stuff on Channel 13.
Yeah.
Then you say...
Nothing's better than stuff on Channel 13.
Okay, then you say, I hope he sent a copy of the show to the FCC. Now, why in my wildest dreams would I send a copy of this to the FCC?
No, I think it would be wonderful if you did.
But why would I do that?
Because they're friends of yours.
They're not friends of mine. They're people who are threatening our First Amendment, and I'm shocked that you're not against that.
No, I'm not against threatening you. No, I'm not. Not at all.
Yeah, but don't you understand that if they threaten me...
That's a journalist. I know, I'm for censorship. Someone ought to censor her.
Threatening you?
No.
You don't see that?
No, I don't see that.
You don't see that if they're unhappy. Maybe they'll be unhappy someday with a TV commercial on government-run television.
No, I think they're really in your corner, to be very honest, and they're friends of yours, and you should be kind enough to them to send them a tape.
All I know is Liz Smith ordered 2 videos already.
Well, good for Liz.
So I don't see why you have to be so uptight.
Good for Liz.
I'm not going to send a copy to the...
Well, I'll ask Liz what she thinks.
I don't understand why you're against cable television. I don't understand why you're against regulation. I don't get the whole thing.
You don't?
I don't understand the whole thing you printed here.
Deregulation, you mean? Why I'm against deregulation?
No, I don't understand why you're against pay-per-view cable casting. I don't get it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get the whole thing.
Don't you? It's not a shame. You get everything usually.
Okay.
I can't understand you not getting it.
And why did you snub me at the Geraldo thing? You didn't even say hello to me.
I didn't even know who you were.
You know who I am.
No, I didn't know who you were. I did not know who you were. Believe it or not, the only thing I knew about what you looked like was...
All right, so you get the idea. That's the kind of stuff that used to drive me nuts, but that's why I don't do interviews or anything anymore. I just don't. Because I feel that reporters and people in general have already prejudged me, so let them just go write the article anyway.
Well, it's just like the coverage of the inauguration of the governor.
Yeah. They've already decided who I am and what my attitude is on everything, so be it.
If you move, you're fidgeting.
Yeah. Yeah.
If
reporter
you look down, you're looking at your watch.
Yeah, I go to Pataki's inauguration. I sit there. I behave. I'm enjoying myself, watching and kind of feeling proud that I had something to do with the change in government, and very much into what was going on. And then the next day, I read in the paper, I was fidgeting, looking at my watch, and I'm sure, Pataki reads that and goes, boy, what does Stern have to do that during my inauguration?
Gave him a prominent place, and look at what he does.
I didn't look at my watch once. Not once. Doesn't matter. The reporter already decided that he had to write something that I was doing.
Yeah.
It couldn't be Howard Stern sat there and seemed to be into the proceedings.
And Howard Stern was a member.
Yeah. They can't leave it. The guy had decided that I was going to be doing something obnoxious and childish.
And so he made something out of your breathing.
Yeah. The fact that I was sitting there with my wife, I didn't, and other people were talking there. I just sat there. I just sat there and listened.
He didn't report on the antics of anyone else.
The world is full of skunks. That's why people say to me, Howard, how come you seem to be so hardened and cynical and hate everyone? Because I said, well, what's to like? What good is it? What is it? People are vicious animals.
Like rabid dogs.
Yeah. We're the only good people. We're your friends. Remember that.
You can trust us.
Yeah. Us you can trust. You can't trust the Spanish station. Those aren't your friends. Trust me. I know of what I speak. Let's take a break. We'll be back right after these words. We'll get to a couple of phone calls as we do each and every morning.
And happy birthday.
Thank you very much, Robin.
How old are you today?
I am 41.
Oh.
I just read that in the paper. Of course, Rush Limbaugh has to do everything I do. He's even born on the same day.
I noticed that last year.
Yeah.
How the hell does that happen?
I was reading my...
You took your birthday?
Yeah. It's like, just do everything I do. All right, let's take a break. We'll be back right after these words.
You're listening to the Howard Stern Show.
Who's this?
Once again, Howard Stern.
Who?
Fred would know.
Oh, Fred would know? Do you know?
That's the Whittle accused.
Oh, he's Confucian.
Motley Crue's first album.
Who?
Wild Side. Motley Crue.
Why can't I hear anybody? Does anyone know how to get on a microphone?
It's Motley Crue's first album.
All right, Motley Crue's first album. All right.
Wild Side.
How long's he been with me? He doesn't know how to talk into a microphone.
6 years, can you believe it?
People don't realize, even though there's a microphone nearby, you cannot hear a thing unless somebody's dead into those microphones. We happen to have the worst microphones on the planet.
But
we have those, the one that you're using, that Jackie uses and Fred uses, and the one Robin uses are the worst microphones in the business. They had a survey done, and they came back. They are the cheapest. I don't know, maybe they're very expensive, but they're the worst microphones. If a guest, I've seen guests maybe 2 inches from there, and you can't hear what they're saying. And I've said this to Tom a million times. That's why I've had it.
He can't hear you.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. He can't hear me because of the bad microphone.
Now I know why all of our complaints fall on deaf ears.
No, Tom's a funny guy, too. He'll say, you better get that microphone right on the guest because we can't hear him. I go, well, of course not. You shouldn't have to be 1 inch from the guest.
Well, I was talking to a guy from Atlantic Records last night on the phone, and he said to me, we just in conversation, he said, we vote, he goes, I vote you the worst studio of all the places I go to.
Yeah.
Because he goes to all the radio stations.
It is the worst.
Why is our studio so bad?
We're number one.
We're number one. We have the worst. We're number one for the worst studio. That will never change. I think that, you see, what happens is a psychology that sets in. This company buys a lot of radio stations, and whatever condition the radio station is in that they buy.
That's the way they keep it?
Yeah. So, in other words, ours was a toilet bowl.
Right.
So it remains a toilet bowl. But like FAN has a gorgeous studio, so therefore it's a gorgeous studio. Like they had whatever level the company buys the radio station at, it stays at.
They maintain.
Because they always say, hey, you functioned before like this, so why can't they function again?
No upgrading.
No upgrading.
When you come into the...
Well, I've told them to get a digital editing system because we're way overdue. I was almost going to put one in myself because I can do it through my laptop. But I said, wait a second, this is nuts. If I start doing that, I mean, I don't own the company. I don't even own stock in the company.
Pretty soon they won't even provide microphones to keep up with this madness.
Well, the guy from the record company started listing all the other radio personalities far less talented than you that have their own studios.
What?
Who?
Well, Rick Dees and Scott Shannon.
Yeah, they have their own studio.
Scott Shannon has his own studio. He said when Scott Shannon's show ends, he turns the key and locks it. He's got his own microphone.
So they don't have to go through the setup and they don't have to have the board changed.
He was goofing on us. He said, who pushes carts in and out of a studio every morning and knocks them over? We do.
We're a laughing stock, Howard.
You know what? I don't even mind the moving of the carts because I have Fred doing that. So as long as I don't have to do it, what I mind is coming in and having everything switched around.
Yeah.
Right.
So for my birthday, Gary's making me nuts. You're good at that. He's so good at that. During the commercials, he made me nuts. He started in about what he heard on the radio last night. Some station had a sex show on. You know those sex shows.
Right.
A teenage girl calls in, 15 years old, and then in the next call, it's
what time of the evening was this?
10 o'clock. And it wasn't. And it's not even a serious show. They have one guy. They have a weirdo, goofy guy, Jagger, who sits there and makes sex jokes.
And plays sound effects.
And plays sound effects during
While
it.
they're telling their quote-unquote poignant story.
And this woman calls in and says, I just want to know why the FCC is only going after me.
You say woman. It was a girl.
Yeah. Well, the 15-year-old calls in, and then next a woman calls in and starts screaming about how she doesn't like things done to her butt. But I mean graphic things that I can't say, with dildos and the whole thing. And what I'm saying is, I don't mind this stuff on the radio. I just don't know why I'm singled out.
Well,
and
I've told you what
we don't even have teenagers listening. But that's not even the worst of it. Then this old black lady calls up right after a teenager, like a 15-year-old, and says she starts talking about oral sex, and she only likes to kiss her man down to the navel. She said, because I don't want to kiss anything where he has to go to the bathroom. But I can't even say how she said it.
It was far worse than that.
Graphic.
Yeah.
You're cleaning it up.
Yeah, I'm saying it was as graphic and repetitive over and over and over again. And I'm just saying, I know this FCC crap is a bunch of crap. It's, again, me being targeted. And I'm targeted every day of my life.
Well, I told you, on TV now, last night, I happened to be watching that new An American Girl, or All-American Girl, whatever the thing is called, with the Asian girl in the lead.
Yeah.
And she and her friends decided to room together, and one of the gags in the situation was that one of the friends liked to sit around the house naked.
Oh!
And, of course, they had her all cubed out.
Yeah.
But, it was very obvious that they were, saying she was naked and so forth. And this is on at, what, 8:30?
Oh, that's nothing. Listen to this letter I got from a guy from San Francisco. He goes, I was quite appalled this past Christmas night, December 25th, 1994, when I viewed the movie Fort Apache the Bronx on KOFY TV, Channel 20, San Francisco. The movie contained horrible language, including several times usage of the words F-U, F-U, F-U-I-N-G, and mother, F-U-I-N-G. Oh, mother, okay, that I can say, I'm so paranoid at this point because I get fined every time out my mouth. Also included was the showing of complete female breasts, complete to the nipple, when two women ran out of a room after a apparent party with two drug dealers. I found this programming to be in complete disrespect to the spirit of Christmas and decent broadcasting on any day for that matter. Can you please tell me how you let such a thing on the air? This is a letter to complaint to the FCC. This will never be answered. Additionally, I'm a listener to the contemporary social satirist Howard Stern. Mr. Stern is very careful to keep his word usage to decent words, never obscene, never vulgar. I've never heard the F word on his radio commentary. And purely in the context of his socially redeeming humor when he uses, some blue material.
Right.
Your agency continues to harass him. Where is President Clinton? I do not understand this and would appreciate it if you explain to me this inconsistency in your enforcement and regulation procedures.
I told you what I saw on Dream On the other day. If we were describing what this guy was doing to her, he had her tied to a bed.
Yeah, and by the way, Dream On, not the HBO series, but you're saying they run it now.
On Fox.
Yeah, on Fox.
She was tied to a bed. She had a little itty-bitty bikini on.
Right.
And the guy took out whipped cream and started squirting it all up and down her legs, right up to, the
crotch.
Yeah. And he started sucking it off.
Right.
Started sucking her toes and licking it off.
What is it?
I was watching the Jerry Springer show the other morning.
This is Ralph, by the way. Yeah.
And the premise was like people who their girlfriends or boyfriends don't want them to pose nude. So they started, they brought in a photographer and they did a photo session on the stage.
Nude.
Yeah. They blocked some of it out. They shot it from the back. But
yeah, right. You knew what was going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you see, that's my point. This is such a double standard. They're going after me because I'm the target.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, if you've noticed, why do you think we can't bring this to a court? Why do you think it's taken 12 years to get to a court?
Because of the FCC.
FCC won't bring it to the court. They will not. You see, in order for this to go to court, we can't bring it to court. We're not the ones filing.
Right.
The FCC has got to say, okay, we're bringing you to court. Notice they won't bring us to court. We want them to bring us to court. They won't do it. Because the court's going to throw it right out. Unless you get a judge who's completely whacked out and wants to, meet me or something.
Well, you're being singled out.
Yeah.
When at all the broadcasters in the country, the only people that ever get fined are you and people putting on gay plays on radio about having sex and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. And once in a while they do that to sort of cover up and make it seem like...
Because we know of radio shows that broadcast right at this hour that are much looser.
Yeah, right.
And use more adult language than we do.
And which we've had people file against. So we know the FCC is sitting with those complaints.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't matter. They just go after me. It's all hypocrisy. I realize the whole system is corrupt. It's who you know. People do stuff, instead of acting honorably on their jobs, they just do stuff that'll further their own careers because they want to see their name in the newspaper. It's just all such crap. It's just daily crap.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with...
And people are full of crap, and the people that you're supposed to respect, you can't...
We're trying to protect children. That's bull.
Yeah, it's all bull. And all and all the so-called authority figures that you place your trust in are full of crap. Trust me on this.
They're just like you.
Yeah. You just get railroaded.
Don't trust them.
Just remember, man, people suck. And that's, if you forget it, call me up and I'll remind you. People are worthless. There is no hope for humanity.
Oh, don't say that.
Trust me.
I still hold out hope.
People are skunks. People will betray you. And people are skunks. Right, Jackie?
Yeah, absolutely right. How do I get into this?
From the head skunk.
Betrayal brings up my name.
Go to Skunk Central. Jackie, give us a report.
Anytime you think that people are good, then go look at Jackie. People suck. Look at Ralph. All right? Playing with that berry. Picking things on his face people shouldn't even have on their face. All right, get out of here. You did good. All right, you brought an example. You make a total fool out of yourself.
If he's doing well, don't tell people it's Ralph.
Yeah. Yeah, call him something else. People hate Ralph.
Several categories devoted to him on Prodigy now.
Yeah, I know. I read it all the time.
I hate Ralph. Yeah. Ralph must die.
Yeah, right.
That's the best one. The Ralph must die.
Yeah. I've been on Prodigy several times defending Ralph. I go, no, he's really a good guy. He's okay.
It doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
See, this is why people hate Ralph.
You showed me on Prodigy one day.
And he didn't believe me, so I said, come to my house. Comes over and I said, look at the 12 there's 12 categories on the radio bulletin board that says, I hate Ralph, Ralph must die.
It's completely filled up. And then somebody was defending me. It wasn't you, it just somebody was, and they got attacked.
Yeah.
I mean, just like everybody's like, what are you, nuts? And
right. I don't know why people hate you so much.
I don't know, man.
And they go, Howard, you must be nuts to let that guy dress you. He'll ruin you. Don't let him touch your hair. Keep him away from you.
They think something is evil about
Yeah, they do. Everyone's waiting for Ralph to do something wrong.
The evil bear.
Yeah.
You know, that was a phase that everybody in this office went through, waiting for Ralph to do something so wrong you'd have to fire him.
Right.
But it never happened.
No.
Everybody was hoping.
I like Ralph.
Gary was at the top of that list.
I even say to people, I like Ralph. He's my friend.
And nobody understands.
No. People don't get it. And they're angry. Dominic Barber is so angry that Ralph is my friend.
Dominic, one day in the most inappropriate situation, pulls me aside and starts saying, Ralph, I got one house about Ralph. Ralph is not a good person to be around him.
Yeah, can you imagine, like Dominic is.
Who's going to warn Howard about Dominic?
Yeah, right.
It's like I'm an enemy agent or something.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. He hates that. Dominic is very jealous. He wants to have Ralph
He
Roll.
wants to be Ralph.
I said, well, learn how to cut hair.
Dominic wants to go to 9 Inch Nails with you.
Yeah.
Where's the buffet? Ralph is evil. He will hurt him.
He's like Judas. He comes to you like you're Christ.
At least Ralph keeps quiet about stuff that we do. I mean, Dominic, if I have one interaction, he tells 9 million people.
I was with Howard last night.
And then he says, Howard's changing. Howard's changing. It's Ralph.
He's all nervous. He's afraid that Ralph will cut Dominic out.
Howard, you shouldn't hang out with Dominic anymore.
All right, thanks, Ralph. Now get out. Just drain the room of energy so people hate you.
Yeah, I told you he'd do it. The television was dangerous. I told you he would watch yourself.
All right, let me take a break. Anybody who missed Elvis yesterday is going to hear it now.
Coming up.
Yeah, I contacted Elvis. Everybody said it was good when I contacted him, so let's listen together. We'll be back right after these words.
The Howard Stern Show. Here's Howard.
Jackie Jokeman Martlow. To order Jackie's Wild Comedy CD or cassette, it is $10 plus $3 shipping and handling. And there's a big Jokeland special going on you should know about. You buy two, get one free. Call 1-800-323-KING. And tomorrow night at 8 and 10 o'clock at the Treehouse Comedy Club in Norwalk, Connecticut, it's Jackie. For raunchy jokes and info, call 516-9221. Remember, 516-9221 is not a pay service. It is true. I did contact Elvis Presley yesterday in honor of his 60th birthday. I called him in heaven by channeling him into my own body. It was quite exciting from what I understand, and many people calling in saying they didn't get to hear it. What did the king have to say? So, Robin, here we go.
All right.
Elvis. Elvis.
Everybody be quiet.
A little louder on the music there, friend.
Yeah. Well, he can't concentrate. Don't laugh.
Let me put on my glasses, my sunglasses. I think I can do.
You need dark glasses?
Yes.
Lights too bright in here?
Where's my TCB sunglasses? I tell you, the comedy don't stop coming on this show. I'm like a big dancing monkey. I just gave you a little wild girl stuff. Now I give you Elvis. It's a great way to make a living.
Does that feel better?
Yeah. In case this ends up on TV. Elvis, please, come in. Enter my body. Elvis.
Something's happening.
Yeah, bad acting.
You know what? I'm beginning to feel like Carson and McMahon.
Well, hello. Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, I think the king is with us.
The king. Elvis Presley. Oops. Oh, Father, I smelled it.
Oh.
Hunger, burning fart.
You'd think after you passed over, you wouldn't have to pass gas.
I am so hungry. I need more.
More what?
More carrots. More chuckles. More pig knuckles. Truffles and chili and Cheerios and vanilla wafer.
Vanilla wafers, too, with all that.
I love bacon and eggs and sausage and grits. And gravy and pretzels.
How long have you been dead now?
I've been dead a long time.
And you're still thinking about food?
Yes, yes.
Amazing.
Yes, Mrs. Quiver.
It's amazing that you continue to be hungry.
I love lasagna, matzo balls.
Do you eat in heaven?
Yes.
Oh, you do have food up there?
Yeah, very little food. I love sushi and sauerkraut and Big Mac and beef Wellington and anything.
Anything? You don't eat anything.
I love shish kebab and fried onion, and I love hot dogs. I love broccoli with cheddar cheese and cantaloupes and Caesar salad. I eat in heaven. And I'm in heaven when I eat.
You must have run into Caesar up there.
No, just George Washington.
George Washington you've run into?
I was playing golf, and I hit him in one of his wooden teeth. My heart shot broke one of them wooden teeth. You know what I love the most, though?
What?
I love blackened catfish and butterscotch pudding.
Wow, I didn't even know they were making blackened food when you died.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Yes,
Can you hear me all right?
I hear you fine. It is your 60th birthday.
Thank you.
We're celebrating down here on Earth. How do you feel?
I feel dead. You know, I love being dead.
Yeah?
I love just lying there because I'm a big, fat, lazy bastard. In fact, somebody else blow out my birthday candles and then let me suck the cake out of those candles.
Did you happen to cruise by your old house, Graceland, while the celebration was going on and see the people who came to celebrate with you?
Yeah, that was a scary bunch, Miss Quiver. Hey,
That's why you stayed locked up, I'll bet.
Is it true you wrote a book?
Yes, I did.
I wish my dumb hillbilly ass could read it. I bet that book had one piece of literary literature.
Well, I tried to write something people would want to read, Elvis.
I bet you that book would be more out of control than my bowels. I hear you talk about when you masturbate in that book. Is that right?
Well, it's not the way you think.
Yeah, I don't know how many other ways there is to do it. You're scarier than my mama.
Elvis, did you get
Let me ask you something.
with your mama? What?
Let me ask you something. I don't know how much time.
Who's interviewing who here?
Let me ask you.
What?
You ever fantasize about the king when you're laying in the bed?
Actually, Elvis, I have to admit to you that you were my first fantasy.
Well, thank you very much.
You were. Absolutely.
I'd chain your fine ass to the refrigerator. And then I would rape the refrigerator. Boobs, schmoobs, I'm hungry.
Move out of the way.
That's right. Besides, I'm not into that weird buttock sex that you're into.
Well, we would compromise on that issue, I'm sure.
You got any soul food? I love that. Hey, where's Howard?
Howard? You're in Howard. You're in his body.
Well, you tell Howard I love his show, but I hate Ralph.
You too?
I'm a lazy fat bastard, but I'm not too lazy to hate Ralph. Dead or alive, it's easy to hate Ralph.
You got enough energy for that.
Ralph make Hamburger James look like he got a career. I can't believe it.
Elvis, they do say you ripped off the black man. What do you say to that?
I say that's true. He can't get me up here. No black people in heaven. That's why they call it heaven.
Is that right?
It's true.
I had no idea. So we can just give up on all that praying to God?
Oh, yeah. It's safe up here. Hey, one reason I'm sorry I'm dead,
what?
I won't be able to see Mr. Howard Stern kick butt on late-night television. That Warren Littlefield, I'm a genius.
Wait a minute. What are you saying, Elvis? You know something?
Well, I read in the paper that they were talking.
Oh.
But I don't believe it's true. You know Warren Littlefield?
Late night.
You know Warren Littlefield?
I've never met him, no.
You know, I met him years ago. It was his idea for me to wiggle my pelvis and curl my lip.
Well, Howard does say he's a genius.
Yeah.
So, you know, since the last time I talked to you, your daughter married Michael Jackson.
I don't believe that now. What are you talking about?
Little Lisa Marie, that little girl.
My daughter?
Your daughter.
Little pretty Lisa Ballou that I left behind?
That's right.
My daughter, I hate that Michael Jackson.
The girl you had with Priscilla, yes.
What does she think? He's a manly man?
I don't know, but they got married.
She probably also thinks that X-Lax I'm a Muslim. She just like her mama.
What does that mean?
Priscilla Beaulieu. Stupid and horny for a black man. Damn Negro karate instructor. Man, I hope now that Priscilla is old, her looks are gone.
No, she's still quite lovely.
I can't stand it.
Doing one of those hair infomercials on TV.
No, she might be good looking, but she's still dumb as a baseball bat. I convinced her pappy to move in at 14 years of age.
That's true, and you were no rocket scientist.
I was not the brightest man. You know, I would have been 60 years old had I lived.
Do you think you would have liked being an old man, Elvis?
I don't know. I'll tell you, though, I do miss the sun, and I miss the ocean, and I miss cheese and potatoes, and bacon and pork chops, and sugar snap peas and carrots.
Never get away from food for long.
You know what I miss most?
What?
Shrimp and lobster sauce. I can't believe it.
You know what? I heard somebody say the other day that it was your mother.
I love it.
You know, when she died, it was the end of your career.
You know, I love my mama so much.
Yeah.
That's why I think I like the Oprah show.
Why?
Because she reminds me of my mama. Big and fat and smelly and hairy. I bet she'd douche with a water cooler. My mama wasn't pretty, though.
No.
Did you know that she was so ugly that she would make the blind children cry? She was very ugly, my mother. Why, she would look up a camel's ass and scare the hump off its back. But she did have a nice figure. She was 36, 24, 36, and her other arm was big, too. My mama was the best mama. But we was poor. And she always fed me cheese. The cheese she scraped from the folds of her skin underneath her big, sweaty, floppy nays. She wasn't the cleanest woman.
But she was good for food.
Yeah. She would take off her panties, I remember, and they sound like Velcro.
Oh. I thought you were going somewhere else.
No, I was going right there. And her eyes, they were set deep into her forehead.
Right, yes, I remember that.
Her eyes are set deeper than Edgar Rosenberg's grave. And then I got my fatness from her. You know, I had a weight problem my entire life.
Yes.
And I knew that she was a bitch.
What?
Because she made me fat. I was such a porky bastard. I loved my food. I used to pop pizzas in my mouth like Tic Tacs.
You know, you'd wonder about that because Elvis had such beautiful women around him all the time. You'd think he'd care about his look.
They only wanted me for my money.
Oh.
I came from idiots. My family shared a brontosaurus brain. I could never get over it. I could never go to the beach and lie in the sand.
Why is that?
Greenpeace kept trying to roll me back into the ocean. They thought I was a free willy.
I'm surprised.
Hey, joke man, how come you never send me no lobster scissors for Christmas? I cut my mouth biting into those things. I gotta tell you.
I can't believe you haven't said anything about singing us a song. Are you still writing?
I would like to sing you a beautiful song.
You would?
Yes, I would.
You're writing again.
This is how I call, oh yeah. No black people up here to steal from.
What is this called?
And by the way, would you ask Howard for a favor?
What's that?
Ask him to send me a few more pictures of that Libby Pataki.
Libby Pataki you like, huh?
Yeah, tell him I like weird angles.
Oh.
She's one hot broad. I'd write a song about her, except I have no talent. How am I going to rhyme with Pataki? Me, all I can do is eat and digest and make a duty. I have a problem with that, boy.
Well, go ahead and sing.
Hey, Missy Quiver.
Yes?
I'll always respectfully you, and I always call you Missy.
Yes, you do.
Missy,
I noticed that.
That's because I can't remember your first name. What is it?
Robin.
Robin, how come I haven't seen Imus up here?
He's not dead.
Well, I saw photos of him. I know he's dead. My God. I look better than him. Looked like he was born dead. Had the face of an alligator. All right, here I go. I would like to sing a
Amazing
song.
what's on Elvis's mind.
I've been writing songs. I've been busy writing.
Yeah? What'd you write?
I'll tell you, I'm a lot busier than Howard Stern writing for his movie. Here we go. I wrote a song for Happy Birthday.
To you?
That's right.
All right.
Forgive my guitar playing. I was never the greatest guitarist. Happy birthday to me. I would have been 60 years old. I'm the king of rock and roll, though in my diaper is a full load. As a happy birthday, I am dead. I'm lying in a box. I'm so hungry in my grave that I'd even eat chicken pox. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, you tell Howard Stern for me, Robin.
Yes.
To fire Fred Norris.
What have you got against Fred?
You might have written that song. Hey, let me try one of my own tunes that I wrote up here in heaven. By the way, I've been dating up here. I'm still with a woman.
Who are you dating?
Nicole Brown Simpson.
Oh.
Man, she is loose.
Who killed her? Did she tell you?
Oh, hell yeah.
Who was it?
OJ.
Oh.
Who you think it was? And you know, she only wears pennies to keep her ankles warm.
What are you talking about?
She got pennies wrapped down around her ankles. She was telling me that OJ is so black that when he gets in the car, after he kills her, the oil light goes on. She am my special girlfriend right now.
Well, I'm glad you two are hitting it off.
Hey, do me a favor. Whatever you do, don't give the OJ the death penalty. I don't want him coming up here. Well, she got big breasts, too.
Yeah?
But they all sensitive.
Sensitive?
Yes.
Why?
Well, I don't know, with all them damn knife wounds. She's like a couple of Halloween pumpkins. She's better in bed than Marie Antoinette.
You had her?
Oh, absolutely. Off with her head.
She doesn't have a head.
That's what I mean. All right, let me get... That's why I have sex with her neck. I can't believe my beautiful little daughter married that Schwarzer.
Elvis. That's
Is that bad?
strange word for you.
Don't Jackie Mason say Schwarzer? I said to June Cronin just the other day, you shoot me.
June Cronin's not dead. Just Tandy's dead.
Oh, that was Jessica Tandy? I thought it was June Cronin. Wow. No wonder she ran away from me. Wow. All right, let me
Have you
sing
seen Peter Cook, by the way? He died the other day. That guy who used to be partnered with Dudley Moore.
Is that Filthy Schwarzer?
No, he's British, Elvis.
Well, no, I didn't see him. It'll take a few days before you get up here.
Is that right?
I like to sing a song I wrote about O.J.
Okay.
This is to the tune of Hound Dog. You might remember that song that I did so many years ago. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. You ain't nothing but a murderer. Killed your wife and another guy. You ain't nothing but a murderer. You killed your wife and another guy. If the country weren't so stupid, you would surely die. You slice and dice two people. Hey, you caught us by surprise. You sliced and diced two people. Hey, you caught us by surprise. If murder was a sport, you surely would win a prize. You're so friggin' unbelievably guilty. Even a dumb hillbilly knows that. You're so friggin' unbelievably guilty. Even a dumb hillbilly knows that. I like to kick your ass, but I'm too big and fat. All right, yeah. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow,
Thank you.
for a minute there, Elvis, I almost thought you hadn't lost it.
I had the old magic back there. I got to tell you that. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Oh, man. Hey, I heard a rumor up here.
What was the rumor?
I heard that big, huge Roseanne dumped that leech she was married to.
Yeah, it's not a rumor. It's true.
And just as quick, she hooked up with a guy that looked just like the other guy.
That's true, too.
Now, that can't be true.
No, it's all true.
Oh, do I love Carol Leifer's chest.
Carol Leifer?
I thought I'd throw that in. Just want to mention her. Give her a little mention.
She's writing for Seinfeld.
Is that right?
Yeah. I didn't know you knew her.
Oh, I know her, yeah. Back in the old days, before I got famous, I tried to date her.
Is that right?
That's right. Yeah.
That's Carol's story.
I'm going to leave you one last song. Let me.
You got one more.
All right.
All right.
All right, here we go. This is to the tune of Blue Suede Shoes. Well, there's one for the money, a two for the show. One for the money and two for the show. One for the money and the two for the show. And thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I forgot the word. I think I got the Alzheimer. All right, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Oh, listen.
At least your intelligence is intact.
What is it?
Are you going, Elvis? Elvis?
Robin. Oh, my God. What did Elvis say?
I don't know.
Did he sing?
He sang a couple of songs.
Did he have a message for me?
He did, but I can't remember what they are.
Yeah.
One was Fire Fred. I do remember that one.
Yeah. Did he say Fire Fred? Whew. Gee, my pants feel wet in the back.
Uh-oh.
I guess Elvis was here.
Yeah, that could happen when Elvis is in your body.
How was he? Was he good?
Oh, very good.
Good, good.
He was very happy
Yeah.
on his 60th birthday.
I'm totally drained from that.
A little upset about Lisa Marie, but
Right.
otherwise very good. Says he's dating Nicole Brown Simpson.
Did he call Michael Jackson a name?
Schwarzer.
Really? Schwarzer? Where does that come from? Schwarzer.
Well, he was stationed in Germany during the war.
That's
so
right.
Maybe that's
that is a Germanic word.
Yeah, that's what prompted that.
Right. He probably picked up that word in Germany during the war. All right, let's take a break and come back and do the news.
All right.
Right after these words.
It's the Howard Stern Show. Here's Howard.
All right, now I'm really intrigued. Jan Michael Vincent looks like I don't know, he had some kind of accident or something. Because he's got an eye patch on, and everyone's coming in here saying Jan Michael, I think he was in a car accident or something.
Really?
I don't know what he is, but he wants to come in and tell us that he didn't beat his wife.
All right, let's bring him in.
I think he must have gotten a bad rap in the tabloids.
Well, they were writing about it quite a lot. There were lots of allegations and some kind of, I guess they were getting a divorce.
Yeah.
And she made a lot of allegations.
And he took a lot of crap, so he wants to come in and say, hey, I didn't beat my wife.
All right.
We couldn't get OJ, so Jan Michael came in. Anyway.
Standing in for him.
Let me see Jan Michael. Hey, let me see you. Hey, that's you. I dig the eye patch thing.
Huh?
I dig the eye patch thing.
Yeah, one in cat.
Sit down. Hey, that's you. I've seen you in a bunch of movies. Too many movies to count.
Well, if I died by 3 movies, I'd be James Dean.
That is true.
Well, I done 60.
What the hell happened to you? What happened? You had an accident? Car accident?
Are you on? Am I?
Yeah, you're on. Put on your headphones. You'll be able to hear everybody. That's Robin over there, Jan Michael.
I'm not being filmed, right?
Well, we have a video for the E! Show. You familiar with the E! Show? You don't, you know.
I don't know. You know why I came on here?
Yeah.
I like you.
You do?
Yeah.
Hey, somebody likes me. Jan Michael likes me.
Finally.
You listen to this show?
All the time.
You're the only guy in Hollywood willing to admit it.
Huh?
You're the only guy in Hollywood willing to admit it.
I got a stunt girl who's willing to admit the only time she ever got hit by a guy was because she pressed it too far.
What, pressed me too far?
No, not you. I didn't say that about you.
Hey, Jan Michael.
No, I want to know something.
Yeah.
How do you get up this early every morning and be on your rocks?
Let me tell you something. That's a good question. That's a legitimate question. The question is, how do I get up early and
be on your rocks?
Every morning. And let me tell you the answer to that. You want to know the answer? You want to know the truth thing?
Yeah, you're moving with Mike.
I'm not qualified to do anything else.
You know what? I'm a little too old to retrain.
That's right. What am I going to do? Look at me.
You know how old I am?
Let me take a look at you. 73.
My man.
Am I close?
No, that was cool.
All right, thank you.
That was cool.
How old are you, Jan Michael?
I'm 50, baby.
Are you really?
Yeah.
I swear to God, you look like a guy 50. That's what you look like. No, you look like a guy. Well, first of all, you were in an accident.
Oh, in a bad accident.
You were in a bad accident.
When was your accident?
What happened to you? Over here. Oh, Robin's over there. You can't even see.
Don't tell him where I am.
All right.
I'm a voice in your head.
Jan Michael.
There you are, baby.
Hi.
Jan Michael, let me get this straight. What happened to you? Because I see your one eye that isn't patched is almost fully closed.
And it looks like your lip is swollen.
Yeah. No, that's how
I got 180 stitches in here.
You're kidding. Well, what happened?
Well, I had a Harley Davidson in the back of a white pickup truck that I really treasured.
Right.
And I love this little baby. I don't think it's going to work out. Got it. But she, I asked her, I said, did you pay my pickup payments?
Right.
And my insurance?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. So I come back at 2:30 in the morning, and at 2:35, it's on the print sheet when I went to pick up the Harley. They wouldn't give me back.
Wait a second, let me get this straight. You're saying you had a truck.
I did have a truck.
No, you put the Harley on the truck.
Yeah, I went to Love Ride.
You went to
The Love Ride, the big motorcycle ride that's for charity.
See, I wouldn't know that. I'm not a real man.
Ah.
Jan Michael does manly stuff. What is that? Like bikers and stuff get together and just ride around on their bikes?
You know what a 1% patch is?
No. What is that?
It's a manly thing.
Is it? A 1%ers. I'm in the 1%ers. Yeah, I know what that is. What do you think? What do you think? I'm a homo? I know
what
that.
What is the 1%ers?
You know what?
I know exactly what it is.
I don't.
You ought to know Bob Jennings.
Let me tell you something. I got a 1% patch, okay?
I'm telling you, you should know Bob Jennings.
Robin, whisper in my ear what a 1% patch is.
No, what is a Bob? Who's Bob Jennings?
Let me tell you what. Let me tell people. No, let me tell her what it is. Let me tell her what a 1%
she's smart
patch
enough
is.
to know. What?
No, she's not. Listen, let me tell you something. A 1% patch. It's for certain guys. It represents 1% of the nation that is up for Conan's job. I'm up for the job. Jan Michael's up for the job.
I love him, and he just got over my head.
Conan O'Brien. It's the 1% of the people who are up for his job.
See,
you know what I'm saying?
Finally, after you explain.
All right, Jan Michael, let me get this straight. So you're on your pick. When you had the accident.
I got one eye and dark glasses on. I'm sitting here with one of my favorite people I've ever been around.
Thank you.
I didn't come here for money.
I know, you're not promoting
that's
anything.
a good thing.
Yeah, because we're not paying you.
Guess what?
What?
I'm here because I'm a fan.
Really? Well, thank you. I do appreciate that, Jan Michael. I like that. I like that someone is willing to come forward.
How did you discover this show? Who turned you on to it?
Say,
the radio.
No, what do you mean?
Just found us on the radio?
My pickup truck, I got repossessed.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's what started all the trouble with my wife.
Wait a second.
Is that what happened?
Well, I'm trying to tell you the story.
Well, wait a second.
We wanted to know what happened to your face recently.
Yeah, what happened?
Oh, well, I center punched a Bronco into a rock wall.
All right, so let me get this straight. You were driving back from the motorcycle event.
No, I was having the house cleaned up because she's kicking me out.
Your wife is kicking you out of the house.
Yeah.
I don't think we're all talking about the same thing, Howard.
We're not?
He's talking about the problems with his wife.
Oh, okay. All right.
The whole problem that happened with my wife came about because I have a white pickup truck I treasure a lot. It's an F1 Ford 50.
There are certain men who treasure their vehicles.
Their vehicles, yes.
Like myself. I'm a vehicle man.
But behind that, I got a $20,000 Softail Harley in the back of it.
And it was repossessed with the Harley?
Why was
but I asked. I went with Willie Nelson for 2 days in the bus.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fun trip.
No, but wait a second. I don't understand something, Jan Michael. All right, here's what happened. You were probably you were married to some piece of ass, right? I mean, she must be good looking, right?
My little bitch?
Yeah. How was she? How was she? Was she good? I mean, she was a beautiful woman, right?
I know her since she was 15.
All right, so she's a beautiful woman.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you weren't dating her when she was 15, though.
Well, he was 15.
No, I was dating her. I was doing what you call it with her.
Oh, really? You were having sex with her?
Yeah.
So wait a second.
Matter of fact.
Really?
Anyway.
Well, you must be able to get a lot of girls.
Howard.
Yeah, go ahead.
Listen to me.
Go ahead.
I'm in love with this girl.
Go ahead. You love her?
No, but I had a tape, and a white accident got it off me the other day. I don't know how he did it.
Right.
I had it in my pocket right here.
Go ahead. Let me see that. I just want to see your pocket, that's all. So wait a second. You're saying...
Are we on TV?
Yeah.
We're still on TV?
I hope so. I mean, I got cameras.
The electricity is running.
Yeah, if the electricity isn't running, we're screwed. Jan Michael.
Well, I'm sure glad I combed my hair.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I'm trying to keep on.
You got no idea.
I'm not following the story, Jan Michael. Well, I'm not following Jan Michael's story. Now, wait, who are you?
I'm David.
Who are you, David?
David Creef.
David Creef?
I came here to escort Jan to make sure that he arrived.
That's a good idea. Wait, grab that microphone right over there. Jan, everyone's got people in Hollywood. This is your guy, right?
Friend of mine.
Friend of yours? Yeah. I don't understand how Jan Michael hurt himself.
Jan was having a little problem with his wife.
Right.
And he was in Malibu.
Yeah.
Where his house is.
Right.
And he had a little Mexican girl who cleans his house.
Right.
Go through his windshield, and then he took an impact, and luckily she was an illegal immigrant, so there's no lawsuits or anything.
Not yet.
Right.
Probably not.
You know, he's not any more clear than Jan Michael.
Yeah, right. You and Jan Michael are very cryptic. Can I just say that?
We're very mysterious. It's
Right. Wait a second. Let me get this straight.
Can I keep my story straight?
Yes. Yeah, why don't you let Jan Michael tell his story? Yeah. I don't need you to tell this story.
David.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll talk about this later.
Right. All right, Jan Michael, let me get this straight.
Mm-hmm.
What am I getting straight exactly? Where was I in the story? All right, all I know is you were in the white whatever it is.
No, I had a white pickup truck. That's where the whole problem started.
Right.
Now, I asked my lady if she paid my
bill.
She's got hand-eye coordination. I had a tape that was White's got now.
Right.
I'm kind of unhappy about that because I wanted to bring it to play it for you.
Right. Well, this is more interesting.
We're talking on the telephone.
But Jan,
you better leave my man alone.
Jan, let me understand what happened here. You and your wife are estranged, right? You're divorced?
No.
Or are you back together?
Are you back together?
Look, she was 15 when she came around.
Right. Well, I just want to get to the bottom of everything.
Is she still there?
Yeah.
Are you two still together?
No, I'm just out of the house.
Oh, you
You're
are?
out of the house.
So where are you living now? Are you in Manhattan now?
I'm with my friend Bob Jennings.
Oh, you are? Oh, you're staying with him?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to figure out what the heck's going on with Jan Michael.
He's in the valley.
Is he?
Jan's in the valley.
Yeah.
Are they getting a
She's
divorce?
in Malibu.
I don't think so.
You don't think so? You're going to get back together?
Right now, they're talking.
I see.
I didn't get a divorce before when I married her.
Well, that was true.
That's right. So, Jan, now how serious are these injuries that you have taken by driving the... Now, what happened?
No. See, the wife problem started because she didn't pay the bills and the truck was repossessed.
Right.
And
God bless you, girl.
All right, go ahead. Yeah. Hey, Robin's very smart, by the way. How do you know that? How do you know that? How did you get that from this conversation?
No,
all right.
Wait a second. I want to know about her.
She's cute.
She used to interpret for Joe Walsh. Hey, let me say something.
I happen to know him.
Yeah, I know. You two guys must like each other. Yes.
David Crosby's a friend of mine, too.
Oh, there you go. The three of you together are dangerous. So, wait a second. So if there's no truck, how did Jan Michael get hurt in the accident, Robin?
See, I don't know about an accident.
Because I bought her a car the same time I bought the truck.
Oh, you
so
did.
Did you bang up her car?
I bought her, yeah.
I had to bleep that one. I don't think you could say the S word on the air. I had to bleep
You know what?
What? No, you're very wealthy, right? Yeah, you're wealthy.
I have been really hard pressed not to swear. You know what my biggest problem is?
Go ahead.
With the lady?
Go ahead. I can't imagine you have problems with ladies. I mean, you're a good-looking guy.
Well, I used to be.
Oh, yeah.
No, it's just the fact that I have a bad mouth.
Right. Yeah, so do I.
You came home after your truck was repossessed.
And you never been here before, have you?
Where?
What I'm talking about. I said I got a bad mouth.
Oh, I got a bad mouth, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've been fine by...
That's why I'm a fan.
I know. You understand, right?
I understand completely.
All right, listen. You must be packing a lot, too. Women in your pants, I mean. You're probably well hung, right?
That's about that big.
Really? That's all? Interesting. All right, so wait a second.
It ain't none of your deal.
Right. Well, let me get this straight.
You don't know how big my...
Let's take a break. Because we can't curse like that. I got to keep hitting the button. It doesn't get out on the air. Let me take... Because you're a shock jock. Let me take a break, all right?
Look. I told you I was a fan.
All right, Jan Michael, listen to me.
And we're going to get to the bottom of it.
I want to take a break because I know you want to refute all these things that have been said about you in the tabloids, right?
No.
Oh, you don't?
Are
I thought you did.
No. My wife had sex with all my friends. In fact, are we in the air?
Yeah.
Yes.
I get going right now because you know what?
What?
Weekly beatings are 2 weeks overdue.
Oh, really? The weekly beating. The weekly beating. No, but what I'm saying, Jan Michael.
No. Wait a second.
Yeah.
Wait. This business is about stopping a cat.
Yeah. What about
Did you kill your wife's cat?
My wife's cat?
Yes. Have you ever killed a cat?
No.
No.
The cat is still alive?
How about a kitten? Ask him about a kitten.
Have you ever killed a kitten?
No.
And the kitten's still alive.
I don't want to refute any of this mess.
Oh, you just don't want to get into it?
You don't want to get into it?
I said I don't want to refute any of it.
Oh, you don't? You mean it's good for your image, in other words?
No, in other words, I didn't do it.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, that's all I got to say. I didn't mean to I refuse to address.
I'm going to clean up that language. No, I thought that's what you wanted to do. I thought you guys wanted to get it all out in the open and say, hey, Jan Michael didn't do these things.
We're just warming up.
Oh, you're warming up. Right. Well, let me take a break. Now, Jan Michael, you want to get your side of the story out, right?
If you want.
Yeah, sure. Let me take a break.
Stern, I'll talk to you about anything.
Really?
You bet.
All right, well, you're very open and honest. No question about it.
Except the accident that caused him to wear an eye patch.
Yeah. I still want to know why you're wearing the eye patch.
Because I've out.
All right. Let me take a break. Everyone can relax. This might be the best interview I've ever done. I don't know what anyone's talking about.
You know what?
What? All right, let me take a break.
Thank you.
All right. All I'm going to do is try and get to the bottom of this.
Smile out of him.
Oh, Jackie?
Jackie's where you are.
Right.
He went right to that zone.
There isn't a night that Jackie isn't like you.
No, but you're back over there behind the glass.
That's right.
All right, listen. We're with...
Good looking you are, too.
Oh, thank you.
He was talking to me, Rob.
Oh, sorry.
All right, let's talk to Jan Michael Vincent when we get back. We'll take a little breather. Let Jan Michael collect his thoughts.
Tell him he's on radio while we're
No, I'm on radio with Howard Stern.
You are on the radio with Howard Stern. There is no doubt Jan Michael professing his love for the show, which is very beautiful. And I would like to find out what happened after the biking thing and the van and the car went into the
illegal immigrant.
And the illegal immigrant. I want to know it all. Right after...
I'm not up for election.
Right. And then we'll see if there's any magic between Robin and Jan Michael Vincent. Mrs. Robin Quivers Michael Vincent. Two of you would kill each other. All right, let's take a break, and we'll find out what happens when we get back.
We'll be back with the Howard Stern Show. Don't go away. 97.1 The Eagle.
7:50 at the Eagle. This is Brad Bank. It's 7:56 at 97.1 The Eagle.
You're listening to the Howard Stern Show. Once again, Howard Stern.
All right, now I'm getting to the bottom of this. I'm here with
You figured something out?
No. I'm here with Jan Michael Vincent, star of about 900 films.
60 films.
60 films, is that right?
You know, if I had to die before 3 movies, I'd probably be James Dean.
You would.
True.
You would have been James Dean, but you lived.
Unfortunately, James Dean had to be James Dean.
Right. Hey, how many girls you figure you've had sex with in your entire life?
Oh, Lord.
Just give us the famous one.
I said, oh, Lord.
A lot of girls, right?
Oh, man.
When women walk up to you...
You know what? You're walking into an area. I don't talk about girls.
You don't? Are you a gentleman?
Yes, sir.
You are?
Well, just tell us the famous
I have had a lot of sex.
You have?
Tell him about Kim Basinger.
You had her?
Not me.
I'm
Everybody sit around and tell on me.
What?
He doesn't like to kiss and tell.
I'm sorry.
All right. Mellow out.
That wasn't nice. Bad, David.
Yeah, David.
Hey,
good David.
I'm about to get him slapping.
Really? You didn't beat your wife, but you beat him.
That's what he did to Kim.
Right.
Well,
let's just suffice to say you've had your share.
Of course.
Right. I got married very young, you know.
So did I.
Yes.
That's why.
How many wives have you had?
One that I had a baby with.
Right.
Then I had another that she wants a baby.
She wanted a baby.
She wants a baby.
She wants a baby, the one now, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you only have two? 2 wives?
I'm a breeder.
Yeah. How many kids you got? You got one kid. So the wife now wants a baby?
Well, there's a longer story to this, and I'm not going to talk about it.
You don't talk about that story?
No.
But you said I could ask you.
I'm not going to talk about that story.
Really?
I'm not going to talk about that story. Let's go on to the next question.
It is?
What's the next one?
The next question? I'm running out of questions.
Well, Jan said
what do you mean?
talk about anything.
Hey, Jan, what do you mean you're stoked? What did that mean?
No, I'm just happy to be here. One of the biggest things about coming in here.
I think Jan likes to party too, right? You like to party, right?
Well, when I was younger.
Right.
Well, I'm a little older now.
Right.
What's that song?
What?
Excuse me, but
now, how are we going to clear up this thing with your wife? What are the allegations? Because Jan said to me in the commercial he wants to clear up this stuff with him and his wife.
The allegations were that she was beaten a lot.
Once a week. I have a time schedule.
When's the next one due?
You mean you would beat her on a regular basis?
No. I'm overdue 2 weeks.
Is that right?
She's behind.
Jan,
she's behind. I got to hurry up and get back to the hotel because I was still in California time.
Now, Jan,
and that she was forced to have sex with all his friends.
Oh yeah, my friends really love her.
Who are your friends?
Who are your friends? Willie Nelson? Nelson?
Well, he's a friend of mine.
How's his pot?
A lot.
He has good pot? He's always telling me.
I said a lot.
A lot of pot. Didn't say it was good.
I don't know. It's not my favorite thing.
Really? You don't smoke?
Huh?
You don't smoke?
No, Jan does not smoke.
He does not smoke?
Unless I'm with Willie.
Right. You can't say that on the radio. You can't say that on the radio. That's a great line, but you cannot say that on the radio because this government has ridiculous laws. I got to move to another country just to interview you. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Costa Rica's good because they got no
FCC over there.
Yeah.
All right. Listen to me.
Listen.
We are here with the great star Jan Michael Vincent.
And the final allegation was that he stomped his wife's cat to death.
So he said he...
Give me a break.
Well, that's what they said.
He wouldn't harm a fly.
Look, I want to address anything she said about sex with people or anything else. I know better.
Okay,
and so do my friends, by the way.
Now, what about David? Is your friend over there? Did you have sex with Jan's wife?
No, but I did with his stomped kitty.
You did. You had sex with Jan's cat?
Yes. No, his wife, cool, his wife is the sweetest thing.
Right.
And they've had some problems. I mean, how long have you been married, Howard?
21 years.
How do you do it?
You have no.
I've been married for 2 years.
You have no idea.
I love it, but it's
you can't take it.
It's tough.
No, it's just a hard thing. And Jan's been with this girl for 20 years.
20 years.
Just like you.
20 years you've been married.
No, 17.
17.
But they've been together 20.
And there are temptations.
Listen to me.
Go ahead. Say that.
Everywhere you look, huh?
Jan, you're a great interview, but I got to interview you in another country. All right, go ahead.
Anyway.
All right, you're right. Everywhere there's women.
Listen to me.
All right, go ahead.
I love this girl more than you can imagine, more than you can dream. If I could, I brought this tape. Show you what she does. She's one of the greatest country singers there is.
Is that right?
You are in love with your wife. Is that what you're here to say?
More than dead in love.
Dead in love. You would do anything.
You don't want anybody else.
I don't need nobody else.
Do you need another woman, or do you need her?
I need her, really bad.
Oh, so you came to get her back.
I don't think I'm going to get her back.
Why do you say that? You are Jan Michael Vincent.
Do you want to call her?
Yes.
You want to call her up?
Can we call her? You wait. Well, don't announce the number over the air.
No, don't do that.
Yeah, write down the number.
Give us the number, and we'll call her.
All right.
I can't see, Pug.
You can't. He was in an accident.
I don't know about calling her.
Yeah, maybe you better not. Because aren't you guys like?
I think maybe.
It's 5 in the morning there, and she just got back from New York.
No, I talked to her this morning already.
You did?
So we could call her?
Yeah.
Did she say it was all right to call her?
Let's call your first wife.
Let's call her.
You want to call Bonnie?
No.
She's in Idaho.
Who's that? Your first wife?
My mother, my daughter.
Oh.
Well, we don't want to wake her up. She's got a kid to get off.
Yeah, she's got to get a kid up.
My kid's 21 years old.
Well, if Jan wants his wife back, why can't I?
She's got her own school. You know what my daughter did?
What?
She got herself a scholarship. She's living in mid.
Wait, Jan, listen to me. You want your wife back? You know what, David? Go out and give.
No, I want her back.
I'll get her back for you. Let me get her back for you.
We can.
Let me handle it. All right. All right, pal.
I got a haircut for you, man.
All right. Hold on a second. Never mind the haircut. Go out, give the number to Gary. He'll call her and say, "Hey, come on the air. Jan wants to say something beautiful to you."
Here, give me a pen.
All right, go ahead. I'll take care of it. Does your wife like my show?
Right up.
I don't think she understands.
She doesn't get it. What is she, Mexican or something?
No.
I don't know.
She's a little short blonde girl.
Oh, is she? She speak English?
I don't understand about the locust.
So what happens? You and your wife get into arguments.
Well, they got into an argument about the truck
Because she didn't pay the bill.
Right.
Let me tell you something. My wife better pay the bill.
That's where it came from. Because listen, the only thing that happened was there's a place
right
that we go to. Lee Marvin used to go there. So it's the last place in Malibu where you can go buy a beer.
Right. You mean you can't buy beer in Malibu?
Not anymore. All
right, so you went to buy a beer.
No, it's outlawed.
It is outlawed.
Yeah.
So you went with your wife to buy a beer.
Cheech thought of that.
All right, but listen to me, Jan. I'm really trying to understand this story. I want to understand what happened between you and your wife. Because I feel bad.
Does it feel bad?
No, I'm saying I feel bad for you.
Oh, if I was you, I'd feel bad for me, too.
Jan told me during the commercial, he says, listen, I want to get on your show. I want to clear everything up.
Uh-huh.
Well, I'm trying.
I know. It's not easy.
But you know what? What I refuse to do. I don't. I mean, what is it? It comes out in a damn newspaper.
Yeah.
Something about she's done all my friends. Well, that's a lie.
Right.
I stomped the kitty. I got nothing but the most heartache I can even believe because my little dog is gone.
How'd your dog die? Who's on the phone? Is his wife on the phone?
No, my wife has my dog.
Wait, here, I think you get your wife on the phone. Is that her?
No, actually, I got an answering machine, but it wasn't an answering machine. It was like a voicemail.
Yeah.
It's a production office?
Stray dog, that's his production.
Stray dog.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I just got the voicemail.
Yeah.
No inside
Try
line?
again.
No.
Try again.
Just go dial it again, Gare.
Jan said try again or it'll kick your ass.
And I'm going to
All
do
right,
it.
good.
Believe me, I know I have to call 3 or 4 times before I get to her.
Okay.
She don't talk to me.
Hey, Gary, so you can imagine if you
Well,
don't really
she
don't
was
want...
just in New York. Were you two together?
I'm in the same room she was in.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
You rented the same room that she was in?
I didn't. Somebody did. They put me in the same room.
Was it just a coincidence?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Really? Was it just a coincidence?
You know, that's where I am, girls.
Right. So all right. How do we? What is going on? Did we clear anything up about Jan Michael Vincent?
All I know from what we've done so far is that they had a fight over the truck.
No. The whole thing blew up over the fact that I went off with Willie.
Oh, Willie
you
Nelson.
went off with Willie.
And you didn't take her.
That's not the first mistake I ever made.
Right.
Not the
You're telling me.
Anyway.
First mistake might have been coming on this show. Now, you're having fun, right?
I'm having a great time.
Good. All right. I just got to make sure.
It's more than I expected.
Really? This is better than you expected.
Yeah, I ain't worried about this.
Thank you. So, what did we clear up, Robin?
No. We're trying to get down to the
all right, get down to the real thing. What happened between you?
You went off with Willie. Was that after the truck or before?
Before.
Okay.
All right, and then you came home and you found out that you didn't make the payment on the truck.
I've been to the love ride on my Harley Davidson with her.
Right.
Okay.
Go ahead. All right, now I'm getting to the bottom of it.
Okay. And then I had the Harley strapped to the back of my white pickup truck, which I value as much, almost as my dog.
Right.
Okay.
The Harley thing is very emotional with you. Go ahead.
Truck too.
Truck too.
No, the truck.
Who do you love more, your truck or your Harley?
My dog.
And then after your dog?
It's the truck.
Truck.
And then the Harley.
The truck's gone.
And then the wife.
Where's the wife? Yeah. Where did she go?
Forget the wife.
If you think I guess so.
He loves his wife more than anything. And then the dog.
No, I absolutely love my wife more than anything.
Right.
All right.
So you got to get back together, right? Or is it irreconcilable differences? It looks like maybe a divorce, right? Who knows?
I don't have any idea.
All right.
Oh, dear.
I'm just telling you I love her.
Right. Well,
have you told her?
Huh?
Have you told her?
He's only told me.
Oh. Because I don't think Howard
I can't marry you. I'd like a date if you don't mind. Just kidding. I don't date. I'm safe.
David over here's got a good-looking wife, you know.
Does she?
Huh?
I mean, does he?
What's your problem?
I don't know. I'm feeling a little drunk. I don't know what it is.
Pass the beer.
Yeah, pass the beer. You guys obviously have you had a few beers?
I don't drink.
You don't?
No.
What time of morning is this?
This is
It's about 8 o'clock in the morning.
It's actually
8:13.
Yeah, it's 10 past 8.
On California time, it says 7.
That ain't California time.
Whose time?
I don't know whose time that is. But anyway.
Look, I don't let anything.
What time you got? Let me see it. You don't let anybody see it.
Anyway.
All right, go ahead. You've got to watch. It's got nothing to do with the time.
Listen to me.
Right, go ahead.
I am in total astounding love, and I wish I had my tape.
All right, so you don't have the tape. Forget the tape. Who needs the tape? I believe you.
No, I want you to hear it.
I believe that she's a good singer.
Not good. She's as good as there is.
Well, you'll send it to me. I'll listen to it.
I will do that.
Yeah, please.
Has she ever recorded?
In fact, this afternoon, yes, it's recorded.
What happened? Did you speak to Jan's wife?
I did.
Oh, you got her. Okay,
Yes,
go ahead. What'd she say?
She said, you have a lot of goddamn nerve calling me in the middle of the night.
Oh, really?
In the morning. And I said, well, Jan gave me the number, and she's like, right. I don't appreciate it. And she hung up.
Oh.
Really?
Oh.
Nothing new.
Yeah, that sounded sounded just like your wife, huh?
Yeah, but you love her.
No, wait a second. That was right. That was right to the money.
Oh, she's very direct.
You sure that wasn't that illegal immigrant, right?
Anyway, I love her.
What happened? Was a girl in the car with you when you got into the accident?
Yeah, but she was a maid.
Oh, she was a maid. Oh, okay.
She was a Guatemalan lady.
Oh, okay. But she's all right?
She's all right, I think.
Okay. And
I'm sure she's scared she's going to come forward.
Right.
I hope she doesn't.
Right.
Where was this accident?
We've got her number. We can.
No, you don't want to call her.
David, can we just leave this one out of the clip?
Yeah, we'll leave it.
All right. Let's. David.
All right, we don't want to talk about that.
All right, Jan. All right. So what I'm saying is here. Right now, as it stands, you're out of the house. Are you working on any movies? Is Jan working on any movies?
Yeah, he's going to do Big Wednesday 2.
Big Wednesday 2?
One of my
Guitar Man.
movies.
Guitar Man?
Another one.
All right.
Guitar Man.
All right, so that's going on now.
He's always worked. He's always worked.
Of course he always works. And then...
since I was 10 years old.
Is that right?
I've always figured out how to sell Christmas trees or something.
Are your eyes okay? Can you see anything?
No.
You are completely blind now.
As a matter of fact.
He's also deaf and dumb.
No, are you completely blind right now?
No, I can see out of one.
You can see out of one eye? And how's the other eye? Is it completely...
Is it going to be all right?
Hope so.
Yeah. Well.
I ain't right now.
Boy, if I went in an accident like that, I wouldn't be walking around.
I think you'd be in the hospital.
I'd be flipping out.
Just tell you one quick story.
Let him tell you.
You're pretty tough.
He's pretty tough.
I'm more than tough.
Right. Can you kick ass? I mean, could you kill a guy if you had to?
No, I don't play that.
No, you know what I mean. If you
don't play that.
No, okay. Because I'm a seventh degree black belt. I'm a seventh degree black belt.
That's really silly to ask somebody.
But what do you think? You think anything on this show is serious?
Huh?
Do you think anything on this show is serious?
Ask him where I went today. I got out of the trauma center at 5 in the morning.
What'd you do?
I'll just go back a couple of weeks to the accident because I know you want to know about this accident.
Yeah, tell me everything, will you?
After the accident,
yeah.
He worked on a film the next day.
With Dom DeLuise.
Called Red Line with...
but that's impossible. How can you do that? Both eyes were closed.
Let me tell you how he did it.
How did he do it?
His character...
Flipped around.
Changed it around. And he performed beautifully.
With Dom DeLuise.
Yeah. With Dom DeLuise, and that's not easy.
That's hard.
Wait a second.
That's hard to perform beautifully.
That's the easiest thing I ever done except talk to you.
Really? Performing with Dom DeLuise?
Yeah, look. If you're honest with me, I'll be honest with you.
Okay, go ahead.
But that was one of maybe the best things I ever done in the movie.
Really? Oh, it's
now yesterday,
this was the day after I got out of the trauma center. I woke up on a helicopter.
Wow.
And I'm going, whoa, where am I?
So how long you been in this accident? I mean, when did this accident happen?
Wait, I was just going to continue. Yesterday, he got his retina reattached in an operation where the doctor said if he flew today, it's possible his brains could explode.
I had to hit the button on you. Don't use the F word. I'm saying, though, you are a very tough man. The fact that your brain could have exploded on the plane.
You would risk such a thing.
The doctor said, hey, Jan, you just had your retina operated on. Why don't you lay in bed a couple of days and rest up?
You know what? And this is one wild, mean, and tough redneck.
Right. You are a tough man. Where did you grow up?
That's the doctor.
I grew up next to my friend. I don't know.
Yeah, you grew up, what, in Texas or something?
No, I grew up in the San Joaquin Valley.
You did? What, are you Indian? Are you an Indian?
Yes, sir.
All right, take it easy. No one's against you. I'm for your people. I didn't do a thing against your people. Indians are very tough people.
He's a Jew.
Who is? Him? Get out of my room.
I'm an Indian.
I'm half Indian myself.
He's a Jew. What's the difference?
Don't make a difference. We're all brothers. Hey, we're all brothers. That's all I'm going to say about it.
I'm going to jump on you about
it. I'm going to get on you right now. Don't you tell me.
Nobody makes no damn difference. I don't care.
Right.
There's no difference.
Well, I know that.
You're a man or man, you're a woman or woman.
Don't tell me that. Look at Fred. You don't tell me there's no difference.
There's a difference in the Martians.
Right.
We're going to
go
to the man.
But listen to me. Listen to me then. Listen to me.
I will. I'm having a great conversation with you, by the way.
That's what you think. All right, listen to me. I'm having a fun time with you.
You're a man, or you're a woman, you're a woman.
Right. I That's what I always say. I do. It's the same thing I say. All right, listen to me. Jan Michael Vincent's here. He came in here to clear things up.
Only they've gotten muddier.
I am no more clear than when he walked in.
I'm probably going to get shot going out the door. I know the poor guy standing by the thing down here.
Let me tell you something. You're a tough man because anybody, who had been in an accident like this with your whole face bashed in. I mean, I'm looking at you. I know what you look like normally. You got...
The Guatemalan girl hit the windshield pretty hard, too.
Now, where is she? No one knows.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
You never went to the hospital?
Now, how did you lose control of the car?
Let's not make a big deal out of this, because you know what? I'm getting in trouble over this.
Yeah,
right.
Hired an illegal immigrant.
Right.
It's like there isn't one in California.
Right, yeah. Like you're the only one hiring illegal immigrants.
You found the only one.
I'm not running for office.
Jan Michael, that's the least problem you got, believe me.
I'm not running for office.
All right, so at this point...
I'm friends with Bob Jennings. This is the worst part of the whole thing.
What Jan Michael Vincent is saying is the following. He's here to tell us a few things. I think I understood. Let me say what you're here to say, all right? I think it'll be a lot easier.
Felix and Oscar.
What you're here to say is the following. A, you're a strong man. You've been through adversity.
I didn't ask to say that,
All right, but you've said that. You got one of your eyes has just got reattached. The other one is all closed up. Your lip took 175 stitches. Doctor told you to lay in bed, and you come in here anyway. You don't care.
I got to talk to Howard Stern.
Right. That's all that matters.
That's like medicine.
Right. That shows a guy who really loves the show.
That's all I'm saying.
Do you feel better from talking to me?
You know what?
Yeah, but thank you. Thank you, sir. Now, listen to me. Also, you're here to say the following. You love your wife. All the things that we're reading in the tabloids are false. Is that true?
Well, I told you the charges were dropped.
They were dropped.
That.
I don't know where they even came up with that crap.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's put it that way, okay?
All right. So what Jan is trying to say?
In fact, when the court case came up, I told you that day that she didn't show up in court.
She got a couple of... Well, no, I don't want to even go on.
Don't say anything because you're trying to get back with her.
Right. You'll get back with her, I'm sure.
He's in love with her. He was crying.
We heard that already.
Crying the other night.
You were crying over her? No, I don't believe that.
I was crying this morning.
Aww.
Really? Boy, she must be some knockout.
She is.
Yeah, but you could get a lot of other girls. Don't be too down.
So, how many times you going to go around the corner?
Not enough as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, you've had a lot more fun than I have.
For a man who hasn't turned a corner in a long time.
See, while you were married, Jan Michael, you had girls. I haven't. I've been with the same woman 21 years.
Well, while I was married, I did have girls.
You've been faithful?
You've been faithful the entire...
20 years?
20 years?
Well, that's a lie.
All right, so. All right, so there you go. All right, so let's wrap this up. Let's clear everything up. Jan Michael Vincent's here to say that he had some kind of accident. He doesn't have an illegal maid. He loves his wife, and he's pretty sure he didn't kill a cat.
Pretty sure?
Right. And worse, one of your friends
I want to clear one thing.
might have felt up your wife or something. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm banging on the wood here.
All right, go ahead.
Listen to me. One thing I want to make sure.
Right.
I want to make sure it's understood.
Right, go ahead.
I never stomped no kitty. Jesus Christ, man. I miss my dog so bad. And the kitties...
What was your dog's name?
My dog's named Daisy. She's a poisonous dog.
She's a poisonous dog?
I wonder what happened to that dog.
The dog is with his wife.
Oh, I see.
I didn't get her.
The dog and the illegal immigrant.
Have they divorced him and his wife? I mean, have they had to split up assets and everything?
No.
You got a prenuptial agreement?
What?
You got to get one of those, my friend.
It's too late.
Too late for that.
Look.
You got to give up half your money.
She's just 15 years old.
Right. You're the only man she's ever had.
Huh?
I said you're the only...
I doubt that.
All right, well, whatever. Listen, she married young, and you married young, and the point was that you got very famous very quick, and there were a lot of possibilities.
I'm the only man she's ever going to want.
Right. Well, listen.
I'll put that one out.
All right. Listen, that's something I'm going to go along with. All right, listen. Jan Michael Vincent, our new friend.
Yeah, you got to come back, Jan.
You got to come back sometime.
We don't do bad together, do we?
I think we got a certain chemistry. I'm not sure what it is. There's something going on between you and me.
There's something going on.
Right. Consider me a friend, please. I don't want to get on your wrong side. Thank you.
You don't remember wrong side.
And let me hang out with you and your famous friends one time.
Okay.
All your buddies. Let me go on those bikes with you. The Harleys. I'll sit on the back. I'll hold on to you like a woman.
As long as you lean the right way.
Yeah. You never made it with a guy, did you?
Huh?
You ever make it with a guy? No way.
My cousin one time.
You made it with your cousin?
What? What was that?
Oh, boy.
Jan, is that really true?
No, man.
No. Who knows?
You know what? You're a shock jock.
That's right. I'm a shock jock.
You know, that's what gets me is the name.
Shock jock.
Shock jock.
You see, you can't win. People put labels on you, my friend.
You know what? I'm so excited to get on this show.
Are you? Let me tell you something.
I was, and now I'm worried.
Now you're worried about being on the show.
No.
No, you liked it.
No, I didn't like it. I'm loving it.
All right, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Does Dom DeLuise ride a motorcycle?
Probably can.
Probably. Yeah, right.
I don't know.
Well,
motorcycles, it's like driving a Ford tractor.
Well, anyway, I'm sorry you lost your truck. I don't know how you cracked it up. You're such a good driver. How did you get into an accident?
Well, the beans and the rice were on the floor, and I was going by the Coast Highway.
Uh-huh.
And I bought the stuff for the woman I was cleaning the house.
Yeah. You bought some beans and rice for her. It fell on the floor, and you bent over to pick it up.
Yeah, and chicken, too.
Yeah. A live chicken?
Well, you have your hand on the wheel like this, and you lean down like that.
And what happened? You went right into the wall?
I guess. That's the only thing I remember after that was the helicopter.
Wow. Wowee. Well, that's exciting.
Anyway,
You've lived a full life, that's for sure, my friend.
Well, he's not dead, Howard. He's living a full life.
What happened to the rice and beans, by the way?
Excuse me.
Yes.
Are you sure?
He feels...
The only thing makes me... I'm looking at you back there. I got one eye closed.
Uh-huh.
That's how I can see you.
The best way to look at her, believe me. That's how I watch her. Let me see.
Thank you.
Oh, you look even more gorgeous.
We're flirting here. Can we flirt a little bit?
Who, me and you?
Huh? You, me?
No. Who are you talking about? I'm not flirting with you.
This is New York, I know.
No, man. I'm straight as an arrow, my friend. Let me tell you, I'm married. All right. I hope you get back with your wife. I really do. I can see you're upset about it.
No, I'm really upset. I love her.
I understand.
Well, she'll certainly be told how much you talked about her today and how much you love her.
Well,
I think now you proved your love.
When I see that tape and you hear it,
yeah.
So I got the knife, I got the gun. Come on, girl, let's have a little fun, 'cause I'm a jealous girl.
Uh-oh.
I'll die for love.
That don't sound good.
I
was going to say, who wrote this? Lorena Bobbitt?
Yeah.
No, Hoyt Atkinson wrote it.
Is that right?
Oh, okay.
She just changed the generic, what you call it.
Exactly. Hey, anyway, listen, Jan Michael, I want to thank you for coming in here today and sharing with us a bit of your life.
You know what?
What's that?
Thanks for having me here.
Well, listen, you're a gold mine, my friend.
Big fan.
Well, thank you, and I'm a fan of yours, and I wish you continued success.
Wow.
Hope your face heals up. You know what I'm saying? All right. What the hell do you say to a guy sitting here? He's almost... I don't even recognize him. Right. His retina just exploded.
Listen to me.
All right, what is that? Thank you.
We've done it 3 times. This is it.
Hey, all right, Jan. Thank you, man. What's your name again?
David.
David?
David Creed.
Good luck to you.
Thanks.
You're going to need it.
Thanks.
And the great Jan Michael Vincent.
And thanks, Bob Jennings.
Thank you, Bob Jennings. Whoever that is. But I'm thanking him.
The guy he's living with.
If he's a friend of yours, he's a friend of mine.
Okay. Are we off the air yet?
I'm working toward it. I don't know.
He doesn't know.
I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing.
No.
What?
You're funny, kid. You know why?
Why is that?
It's the same thing I do every day.
What is that?
You just work like this.
Yeah, you do work. That's all. Next time you come in, bring the maid with you. That's what I want to interview.
Oh, I know what her.
You know what I want you to do? When you get back with your wife, you come in with your wife. That's what I want to do.
I want to send you a tape.
And how's your eye feel, all right? Does your eye feel all right?
Don't take that off.
Don't take that patch off.
God, no.
I don't know if I want to see. Oh, whoa. Wow. Oh. You got to keep that patch on, my friend. Get that patch back on.
I'll put it back on when I get back to making room.
All right.
Well, he's not supposed to be using that eye, is he?
You're not supposed to use that eye. Close it. Put that patch back on right now.
His brain could explode.
Your brain will explode right on the show.
Oh, great.
Put that patch back on your eye.
Make a movie out of this?
Yes, we could. Brain scanner, too. There you go. Oh, there it goes. That's good. Hey, you're not supposed to use that eye.
Right.
Brain scanner, too.
All right. Thank you, David. Thank you, Jan Michael Vincent. This was very exciting to meet you. And hope you come back again. And we'll be back right after these words.
It's the Howard Stern Show. Here's Howard.
Well, that was Jan Michael Vincent. Everyone's still buzzing in the halls from Mr. Vincent's appearance.
Including Jan himself.
Right.
He's still in the
Jan's
hall?
still hanging out?
Yeah, he's hanging in our office now, rapping with Stutter and John.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
What are they talking about?
It's hard to tell.
Anybody got a camera on that conversation?
Yes,
Go ahead.
everybody.
Everybody.
50 camera shoot.
It's a 50 camera shoot. Jan says he's appearing somewhere this afternoon or something. I don't
is that
know.
right?
Yeah. Some show.
He assured
He
me.
has to do a show. I don't know what show.
He assured me several times that this was the greatest interview that he ever did, and that you're the best interviewer. He told me that he did movies for Disney, and they sent him to 140 countries to do interviews.
Right.
And you're the best that he ever had.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's quite a compliment. I just don't believe Jan knew he was being interviewed.
You're the best interviewer in the world.
Really? Well, that's from Jan Michael Vincent, and he knows. Wow. I always said I was the best interviewer in the world. I never could get anybody to say it, though. You know, it sounds stupid when I say it.
Confirmation.
I'm always saying it.
You're straight up. That's
right.
what he said. You're
Well,
straight up.
there you go. Well, there he is.
One of you.
Well, I hope he comes back.
Oh, I think he will.
I hope he come back right now.
Time to do the next show.
Yeah. I'd say we get that on E-television tonight.
That's what I was thinking about. I said, can we do a rush job?
Yeah. Can't we get that on tonight? What's on tonight? Oh, you know what's on tonight? Dr. Ruth, when all we talked about was sex.
Yes.
And she kept trying to avoid it. That was real good. Willie Nelson got huge ratings.
Is that right?
Yeah.
People are still talking about Stuttering Nina.
Yeah, well, Stuttering Nina, forget about it. That's a star. No, that's a natural.
They love the fight between the two hot dog girls.
Yeah. But Jan Michael, I predict, will be the biggest.
He is something else.
I got to get him in my movie.
He'd be a great villain. You got a villain in your movie?
I do now. It'd be a great movie.
Because it doesn't matter what happens to him. You know he'll be on the set.
Oh, yeah. He's still here.
Accidents, operations, nothing keeps him from working.
Honest to God, Jan Michael, both his eyes are closed. He's got one patch over one eye. The other eye is completely closed.
He was warned not to fly.
175 stitches in his lip, and he comes right here. Now, that's a man.
His head could explode.
The doctor said, this was no kidding around. The doctor actually said to him, because I talked to him afterwards, that his head could explode.
If he flew.
But the man had a commitment, said, I have to be on the show, and I'm coming. And he literally was operated on yesterday.
More miraculous than that was the day he left the trauma center, he went right to the set and did a scene with Dom DeLuise.
Right. Who was the guest that canceled on us because they had a cold? Remember?
Mary Lou Hanna.
Yeah, Mary Lou Hanna.
No, she didn't. Her kid had a cold.
Her kid had a cold.
Her kid had a cold.
Yeah, tell her to call Jan Michael Vincent about commitment.
But you know what the great thing is? Jan really fulfilled his commitment because he felt he had to come here to set the record straight.
And he did. I feel now. Let's figure out what the record is.
The record is now a squiggly line.
Be honest with me. Now that Jan is not in the room, tell me what Jan is saying.
All right.
Because you seem to feel that you know what he said.
He and his wife were at the love ride.
Okay. See,
You're going to think I'm drunk.
Right. Yeah. Him and his wife were at the love ride.
That's right.
Right.
They were at the love ride together.
That's the Harley thing he was talking about.
Yeah, it was a charity event out in Hollywood. A lot of big people get out there on their motorcycles. They ride around, and he had the truck and the Harley on the back of the truck. And then when the love ride was over, he went off with Willie Nelson.
I see. After the love ride.
Right.
And, the love ride is all about love.
Love ride.
You're supposed to go home and have sex.
That's right.
But in all fairness to Jan Michael, he's been married for 20 years. And
how could you get upset about going off with Willie Nelson?
But wait a minute. He never made it clear. Did he go off with him for the night, or did he go on tour
for 2 days? He got on a bus.
He got on a bus.
Willie Nelson.
2 days?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
2 days. I heard that part.
You have to keep up.
Yeah. I'm sure there are parts you heard that I didn't. That's it. So we'll figure it out together.
2 days, he went off with Willie Nelson. And apparently, from what I could glean, in that time his wife got upset.
I see.
And she hadn't paid the truck bill.
And he loves the truck more than the dog.
More than the dog.
Right.
And the truck was repossessed.
That's a guy who loves his truck.
And that's what started everything.
But what happened?
Well, all I know is that was the start, and now they're living apart.
But what happened to what happened to the cat? Did you guys get a straight answer on that?
He says nothing ever happened to
Says
a
he
cat.
loves the cat.
So the cat's not dead.
I don't know.
No one knows
the
that the cat's probably dead, but he says he doesn't know anything.
Stomp the cat. That's what he wants everybody to know. He loves animals.
Right.
And his friends never did anything to his wife.
Yeah, now, what was the allegation? That his friends had sex with his wife?
He had forced her to have sex with his friends, and he says none of his friends have ever had sex with his wife.
Okay.
And the weekly beatings, he says he's 2 weeks behind.
Yeah, right.
I think I hear him outside the door. I swear to God.
So, no, he denies all allegations.
What?
Jan's here eating chicken and listen to the radio.
Oh, is he?
Willie's going to love this.
Willie's
But did I get the story right? Ask him.
Is Jan...
Jan's having a great time.
Yeah, he's eating chicken?
He's eating chicken.
Was he eating Roy Rogers?
Yeah. And
Jan loves Roy Rogers chicken.
Everyone's calling to say Sam Kinison lives.
Sam Kinison lives. Jan might now be our hottest guest.
Yeah.
I thought it was hysterical, man.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Stellar appearance.
Yeah, he's good. Now he knows how to do a talk show.
You know what this is like?
What?
Remember the old days when Johnny Carson was doing the Tonight Show?
Right.
A comedian would come on and kill his first time out.
Yes.
And be elevated to the throne of stardom. That was like
that's what Jan did here. Jan came on and elevated himself.
He killed in his first appearance.
Who knew he was funny? Why isn't Ivan Reitman putting him in a comedy?
He's hysterical.
Exactly. I have big things in mind. But what? All right.
But anyway, that's what I think the story is.
All right. So what happened, though, between him and his wife? You don't know.
They had an argument.
All right. So you're saying it was verbal, not fisticuffs?
I wasn't there.
All right.
All I know is that after that, there might have been a call to the police.
I see.
There might have been
speculation.
Charges filed.
Well, I tried.
But when the charges were supposed to be heard in court, his wife didn't show up, and everything's been dropped.
I know after we interviewed Jan Michael, he almost proposed to you.
I don't think he wants his wife anymore. I think he wants me.
Yeah. Jan Michael was making out with your hand, and then I don't know, I saw you two embracing over in the corner, and it was like for about 10 minutes.
Sam does live.
It's like he was drawn to her.
Well, I see a lot of guests are drawn to Robin.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, it happens every time. And they don't just like hug you goodbye. They just like...
No, it's almost like we've known each other 25 years.
Yeah, right.
You know what it comes down to, Robin?
He felt very close to you.
I think it's a combination. What gets the guests, it's a combination of your incredible mind and your huge breasts.
Now, there are two reasons why guests are drawn to Robin. Here they are. Right.
Why is one bigger than the other?
I ran out of room.
There you go. Ran out of room on the page. You draw one of your breasts and then...
That's it.
Right.
You need a new page.
Go to the page. Take 2 pieces of paper there.
Hi, you're on the air.
Hi. This is Tom Palomara.
Yes.
Yes, Tom. Thank you. Thank you for the call. Everybody doing their Jan Michael Vincent impression. Miami, you're on the air.
Hello?
Hello, yes. Turn off your radio. And what are you, in your car?
Yeah.
All right, goodbye.
Nah, don't goodbye me, please.
Quickly, what is it?
Your show's amazing, bro.
Thank you.
Hey, I'm from Brooklyn. Hello?
He has nothing to say.
No. Then tell us where he's from.
Don't hang up on me.
Okay, let's call Jan in the Jock Lounge. Let's see if he's still there. Yeah, how do you do that?
Okay, just
make a call.
Hold on, it's right here.
Let's call Jan, see how he's doing.
Turn that over a second.
The only show in the world that can't dial phones.
Okay, that's right.
You think he'll pick up?
Jan Michael Vincent's office.
Hey, David, put Jan on.
Hello, sir. Hey, Del Rey.
Hey, man.
I had a good time.
Hey, we had a great time. We just elevated you to the best guest in history.
Yeah.
You know something?
What?
People ought to figure it out. But anyway, happy birthday.
Oh, thank you, my friend.
I just found that out going in the hallway here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How old does he look?
How old do I look?
Why are you a little younger than me?
But put a number on it. How old is he?
Darling, there ain't no age.
We're just trying to figure out everything you said.
Did I get the story right?
Only I want you to know is I had a really great time.
That's all I care about.
Thank you so much for having me on.
All right, Jan, thanks.
And I'll see you soon.
All right, bye. Jan Michael Vincent.
See you soon. We can walk out in the hall.
What's he having? The Roy's Meatball Sub?
Yes,
or
it's the meatball sub.
Oh, he's having meatball sub?
With mozzarella cheese and some other stuff.
That's going to fix his eye. Roy's has healing power. I got to take a commercial break. And we'll be right back. Man, that smells good.
We're back
Hurry up and eat
with
that.
the Howard Stern Show.
Very, very good. All right. Jan Michael had to leave. He's got to go do another interview. He's American Journal or something. I'd like to be there for that one.
Nancy Glass gonna interview him?
Yeah. That should be interesting. Hey.
I want to replay that interview right now.
Yeah, we could analyze it.
I was just thinking, look at what a great guest he is. Not only did we spend all that time talking to him, but every commercial break now we have talked about him.
Yeah. That's us. It's like a recovery period. Dallas, you're on the air. Dallas, Texas.
Yeah, I just called to wish Howard Stern a happy birthday.
Well, thank you very much.
Okay.
Oh, boy. Fascinating. In Albany, you're on the air. I guess I should screen the phone calls and we wouldn't go through all this, but people tell me they like it. They like when I just go fishing for listeners.
So do I. I don't like it when everything's all prearranged and nothing crazy happens.
Rochester. You're on? Oh, terrible. Can we get the phone line fixed in Rochester? Hello? Glad no one was there.
It is nice when we get a good call, but I like all the fishing, too.
It's part of the ambiance of the show. Well, I'll head back to New York then. New York, you're on the air.
Yeah, hey, how you doing today?
New York is well-trained. They know how to call in. This guy has his radio down.
It's only taken how many years?
Yeah. We've only been here, I think now we're coming up on 72 years.
If you're lucky enough to get through, you don't want to get hung up on.
I can't believe I'm 41 today. I feel very strange.
How do you feel about that?
I feel real strange because I don't feel 41. I feel like I'm a kid. Like my parents were over last night. They came by. They were going to watch the kids. The kids were doing some, my daughter's into acting and stuff. So.
Oh, was she in a play or something?
Yeah, she was doing like a school play thing, and I'm way too famous to go, so. My parents.
You'll never see your daughter perform, is that what you're saying?
No, I won't. Because my wife can't work the video camera. So anyway,
Quick question?
Yeah,
wait a minute. Are you in a rush?
Yeah, no, I'm not in a rush.
All right. What are you, Jan Michael Vincent, and you have to get home?
No, I'm sober right now.
Hey, what are you trying to imply? So anyway, I don't know. I was like home with my parents, and I don't know. I feel like my dad's still my dad, and I feel like a little kid, and I don't really think I'm capable of handling a lot of stuff. And even like when I get into trouble at the radio station, or something, like I feel like a little kid. Like I'm just a kid. I don't know what I'm doing. I feel very much like a child. And I always thought, man, when you hit 41, you're supposed to be this
an adult.
Yeah. And I guess my kids look at me like maybe I know that I'm in control, but I don't think my kids think I'm in control.
I don't know.
They don't look at me as an adult, I don't think. I wish
Do they ever go to Daddy for advice?
Never.
Go to Daddy to get help?
No, none of my kids.
Oh, then they know.
So maybe at some age it'll change. Like maybe when I hit 50 or something, people will look at me as an adult. Maybe it's the long hair. Or maybe it's what I do for a living. I don't know what it is, but I feel very much like a child, and I always thought adults knew, what to do in situations. And I realized
you knew exactly when you were an adult.
Yeah.
There was a feeling that went along with it.
Yeah, that you knew how to handle yourself, and
It was different than when you were a kid.
Maybe it's all the burping and farting on the air that makes me feel like I'm a child. And maybe I thought that would change too. Like last night, I'm going to the bathroom, and I'm still having trouble going to the bathroom. I just couldn't. Like I was a little constipated, and then not everything, I guess.
No, please.
And I'm with tissues, and what a nightmare in my underpants this morning.
I hate to hear about your bad hygiene.
Because I had just taken a shower, and I had a little trouble. I don't know. As an adult, I should know how to handle that.
Have you ever heard of washing?
How am I going to wash? I just taken a shower.
So do it again.
Can you get in the shower again?
You're right there.
I don't know. I just was exhausted, and I had to go to bed, and I had to also, I had to take care of myself sexually.
Do you ever do that in the shower?
No. I'm afraid my wife will walk in. And then I'm afraid it'll mess up the shower floor. And that, because that stuff looks like egg foo young when it mixes with water. Sometimes it doesn't all go down the drain.
It goes down like mercury.
Yeah. This guy knows. So I'm afraid that like it'll be all over the shower and I won't realize my wife will catch me. It goes down like mercury. So I don't know. I don't know.
It just seems funny that you have to get out of the shower to do that.
I got out of the shower and I did it. I finished watching Beverly Hills 90210. You see a pattern developing that I don't feel like an adult? I just finished.
You're doing the same things you did when you were 12.
Yeah, and I'm not doing it like trying to maintain my youth. It's just what I like to do.
Your tastes have not changed.
No. Like, you think I'd be watching PBS and smoking my pipe before I went to bed. Instead, I'm having trouble going to the bathroom. I have an accident in my underpants today. I got to get home and shower immediately before I stink up the whole place. My kids don't ask me for advice. I'm watching Beverly Hills 90210 so I can get done and finish myself off. The only thing I don't do anymore is color. I used to like to color in coloring books. Other than that, nothing.
You don't watch cartoons as much as you do.
No, I only watch X-Men and Batman. Those are the only two cartoons I watch. So, I mean, there is a level of maturity I've achieved.
Those are more adult cartoons.
They really are. They're very good. Oh, Lily.
So 41.
41. Feel like I'm very grown up, and I certainly don't feel like I even know like how to make a living. Like
all I know is when you start having children, it took me about 2 years before it really struck me
that I was a dad,
that you were somebody's father. I was like,
see,
oh my God.
That didn't strike me so weird, but I look at Baba Booey now and I go, he's somebody's father?
Yes,
that's embarrassing.
I haven't really accepted that.
Yeah, no one has.
Either.
I don't think his wife has. That's really weird. Because I'm his father.
You're a grandfather.
Yeah, I feel like a grandfather.
Your grandkid's named Jackson.
Jackson Delabate.
Damn good father so far.
That's my new name on Prodigy, Jackson Delabate. There's a couple of Jackson Delabates.
I'm already getting weird hate mail.
Really?
Some guy wrote me a letter and said, did you tell Howard when you did the tree lighting ceremony in New Jersey that Jackson climbed up on the tree like a chimp and the fire department had to come and get him down?
Yeah.
No, that's not true.
I had a meeting with a sponsor the other day, and yesterday, and he's got some kind of new shaving oil.
Right.
You know, you don't need shaving cream, just shaving oil.
Yeah.
And he's coming on the air, and I'm talking to him, and he goes, yeah, and tell Gary you can even shave the baby's back with it.
That's not funny.
Maybe the salesperson said it. Actually, the salesperson said it. That new salesperson.
The new cute woman?
Yeah, black woman.
Sort of black woman?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's cute.
I don't know what she is, but she's cute. I don't care what she is.
Yeah.
If somebody's sitting there cute, that's all I care about.
You're happy to be in the meeting.
No calls, Sandy.
Sandy, no calls. All right, what was your question? Imagine this guy's probably running a company.
Don't you think he just says that?
Actually, I am.
Are you? What kind of company?
It's a insurance claim service.
See, there's another guy who's not grown up.
Yeah, right.
He's doing an adult job.
Oh, Sandy, not now. I'm in the middle of something.
I'm in the middle of something very important.
Yeah, I'm calling into a stupid radio show.
Well, I had one question, but I wanted to ask something first. Has Billy mastered a Jan Michael Vincent imitation yet?
Yeah, I wish Billy had been here because he could have done his Joe Walsh and they could have talked to each other. How you doing? How you doing?
I didn't know he wasn't there. Hey, Howard. Hi, Robin.
Good morning.
Good morning. Howard, has anyone ever called back after something like that? I mean, it's a great interview, and I'm sure you had a lot of fun, but, you know, it's kind of wasted. Has he ever sobered up and been pissed
First of all, you're implying... First of all, Jan Michael did not say he was drunk.
No, he didn't say it. But
he might have had some painkillers going. I mean, the guy's got 172 stitches in his face.
He might have sounded a little slurred because he's got how many stitches on his mouth?
He can barely move his mouth. His jaw's broken. Did you hear the click? Did you hear his jaw click?
Yeah, I did, actually.
Yeah,
that was unnerving to me.
Because, you know, he has to work his jaw, not like a person, but like a puppet. Like Jerry Mahoney.
Like
yeah, I mean, you know.
Okay, let me rephrase. Has anyone ever...
If he was high on Roy Rogers.
That's true. Has anyone ever come in under the influence and then afterwards gotten mad because they...
Well, no, the answer is yes to that. Sam.
Sam was weird. I mean, Kiddison would come in drunk.
And order liquor
afterwards, and order liquor on the air. And then afterwards he'd say to me, "It's your fault."
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was...
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I used to get that.
But that was before E-cameras.
Yeah, right.
Is that going to be on the E! Show?
Of course.
Oh, that's good. Well, that'll be great.
It's a 12-part special. All right. Well, why? Jan's going over to do TV right now. He's going on American Journal.
Journal tonight.
Yeah.
How bad did he look? Was he really banged up?
Yeah, he's in pretty bad shape.
You wouldn't miss that he had been in an accident.
Yeah, you would know. You would know the second you saw him. I mean, he's the artist formerly known as Jan Michael Vincent.
Or as one of my assistants said, "Hey, what the hell happened to him?"
Yeah, well, he was in a bad... I mean, the guy went face forward.
Into a windshield.
Yeah, I mean, you can imagine.
Yeah. How long ago was that?
We can't determine that. It could have been years ago. We don't know.
I know that the love ride wasn't that long ago.
Yeah, but that was over a month
ago. But the guy, I mean, he knows how to take pain. I mean, if I went through a windshield and, my jaw was all screwed up and my eyes were completely shut, I'd be freaking out.
Well, he jumped over a river with Burt Reynolds and Hooper, didn't he?
Yeah, he knows what he's doing. Anyway, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Jan Michael Vincent, very much in the public's...
Everybody's talking about it.
Yeah, he knows how to get attention. He was pretty cool, though. I mean, he was pretty upfront.
It's one of those.
I think he was.
It's one of those classic interviews where you walk the streets of New York today. You're going somewhere. People are just going to stop me and go, "What was going on? What was going on?
Is that for real?
Is that for real?" You go, "Yep."
All right, let's take a break. We'll do some news. Want to spank me for my birthday?
I'm not into spanking, you know that.
Sure you are.
No, if I hit you, it'll be for real.
Plus, you take a whiff back there this morning.
Oh, yeah, what are you offering me?
I'm offering you my buttocks.
Butt.
I'm offering you my filthy buttocks. Had a little problem last night. So many hairs back there.
You don't shave back there? You don't?
I did once.
How did you shave?
I spread my legs, put it, pretty much
in the area.
But what do you use it for regularly? That little shearer set.
Nothing anymore. I mean, that was it.
That sort of ended that.
Yeah.
But did when women...
I took out the nastiest hairs.
When women take those sexuality courses...
Yeah.
They're often advised to get a mirror.
Right.
And look.
I can't do that.
Do you guys do that?
I've done that once.
Yeah?
I once looked to see what my buttocks looked like.
And everything else.
Yeah, see what was doing in there.
Yeah.
I did one.
For a
whole different reason.
I can't imagine why a woman would make love to me. That was pretty scary.
I had to check them out.
Yeah?
Really.
Would you have hemorrhoids?
Yeah.
Oh, you had to look at those.
What do you have to look at?
I didn't know what was going on.
Right.
I didn't know what it was. I said,
so why did you go to a doctor? Let him look. He had a look.
Yeah, what did you think you were going to be able to tell?
Yeah.
I wanted to make sure if I could see it, that it's bad enough to go to the doctor.
No, whatever. Anyway, I actually got to go to bed, but we'll be back. We'll do some news.
You're listening to the Howard Stern Show. Once again, Howard Stern.
Thank you. All right, what's going on in the news, Robin?
Well, we're hoping that we're going to have a hockey season finally. The Hockey Association coming to its senses. They realized they weren't baseball. And that if somebody didn't do something to create some kind of a season this year, they were going to eliminate all the gains they've made over the last couple of years in increasing their notoriety and participation among fans.
Does Larry King know anything?
Why?
Because Chauncey did an interview with Larry King, the guy from Steppin' Out magazine.
Mm-hmm.
I hate calling that a magazine, but I mean that flyer, whatever that is.
Flyer.
And Larry King said, I was reading because Larry King was commenting on me and how I have no talent and that I'm no Lenny Bruce and how I'm an act and whatever I say is not true, and therefore I'm no good. And
what does it mean when people say an act is a bad thing?
And how Larry could be a morning man and he would be the king of morning radio. It's just that, how come he's not the king of anything?
So why did he spend all those years in late night?
No one knows. Because he did a show from Pumpernicks in Florida, and that changed his career. Somehow the restaurant changed his career. So anyway, Larry King, talentless bore who has never said a funny thing in his life. It's always the guy. I love guys who think they're funny. He's the sales guy who thinks he's funny. Anyway, not to get hung up on that, but he did say, if the baseball strike isn't settled and there's no season this year, that will be the end of baseball. You'll never see it again. That's what he says.
Fine, Larry.
Yeah.
Watch it.
He also says he knows Sandy Koufax.
Yeah. I wouldn't put any stock in it. No, baseball players and owners are not afraid that they're going to lose their audience.
Mm-hmm.
You got Congress voting on them. Look at how important they are.
Right.
You got the highest court in the country afraid to say they're a big business.
Right.
I don't think they're worried. But hockey, they had another problem. So the players are basically saying they caved in because the owners weren't going to. And there seemed to be just a definitive line, even in the support of salary caps among owners. It seemed to be all the Canadian teams that were really heavily into this salary cap business.
Yeah.
The American teams weren't so high on it. It wasn't that important to them. But those few Canadian teams, I guess, held fast, and the players didn't see any way around it, so they basically have capitulated, and now the players will get to vote on the agreement, and they better ratify it fast so that they can get back on the ice. Here is Gary Bettman to make the announcement.
Bobby Bittman.
Of the agreement.
Gary Bettman?
Yeah.
Commissioner Gary Bettman.
Bettman.
Boy, there's a lot of tapes here, so I'm just trying to make sure I got the right one.
He's 7 and 8.
I wish I could relinquish
or
this.
6 and 7.
I wish I could relinquish this responsibility.
Bob Goodenow advised me at noon that the NHLPA's negotiating committee was recommending to the full membership of the NHLPA that the NHL's last offer be accepted.
And what else did Mr. Bettman have to say?
We should, on the basis of the ratification schedule and contract signing schedule, and taking into account training camp and what I think the 48-game schedule will look like, probably be opening sometime around the end of next week.
Gee, I hope the hockey strike is settled soon. I really miss it on TV. What channel is it on?
I don't know.
Yeah. Gee, I hope that happens.
Well, it is going to happen, and as he said, we're going to have like a 48-game season.
Great.
With playoffs, I'm sure, and everybody will be getting a paycheck again. I think the hockey players were hurting, quite frankly. I think it hurts them when they don't get a paycheck. They're not making the millions and millions of dollars that these other guys are making.
No, those guys, they don't have such a great negotiating posture.
I saw Bobby Bonilla on one of those entertainment shows last night, swinging a bat and saying, "Yeah, I guess I'll do a few acting jobs if we don't get to play." But he wasn't worried about his next meal or keeping his house.
There are players that are. Not everybody's a Bobby Bonilla. Although you got to freak out if you're a Bobby Bonilla and you got a big contract and you're getting older. I don't know how old a guy he is. But, every season you don't play. It's only limited seasons.
I think you're giving the baseball players a lot of credit.
Like that they're well thought out?
Yeah.
No, I think that a guy says, hey, I'm in my prime right now. And they see that's what the owners are hoping. The really high-paid players are going, wait a second. These are my couple of earning years. Because after, they know, they see that guys get old and they can't play anymore. Got my couple of earning years while I'm healthy.
These are guys who, throw firecrackers at their fans.
Yeah, I don't know. The clock doesn't stop, Robin.
They don't think that way.
Really?
These guys,
I disagree.
Amazingly, when they're young, they have no idea they get old.
Remember the football strike? Everybody caved in. They know. Father Time clicks on. Click, 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 click. Just like Jan Michael Vincent's mouth.
They didn't have any heart.
That's right.
They didn't have the heart. That's the only thing that brought them in. These guys think they're invincible.
No, whatever. I'll disagree with you on that.
Ask Magic Johnson.
Sure. I'm not asking him anything. I don't think he's talking to me.
Player Representative Bob Goodenow.
Bob Goodenow. This is the player rep for the hockey dudes.
Yeah.
Hockey dudes.
I don't think both sides are totally happy, satisfied with the deal. In the context, you always would like something different or something better. The bottom line is that there's an arrangement here to go forward under that both sides have endorsed, and I think that's the key thing. I think it's the key thing for hockey.
Hockey.
And you think they're well thought out?
I do.
You're going to stick with that?
Yep.
Okay. O.J. Simpson trial. Yesterday they were holding a hearing to determine whether evidence should be admitted during the trial of O.J.'s violent association with his wife, Nicole Simpson. They say the pattern of stalking and violence, the prosecution anyway says, the pattern of stalking and violence gives a motive to the murder. But the defense attorneys say that this will unduly prejudice the jury against their client, so they're fighting to keep the information out. Here is Prosecutor Lydia Bowden talking to Judge Ito in the courtroom yesterday.
On the date of June the 7th, 1994, Nicole Brown Simpson made a contact with Sojourn. She complained that she was being stalked. She was afraid, she felt confused, she didn't know what to do, and she named the defendant as the person who was stalking her.
Here is Lydia once again.
Did you see O.J.? I could have meant to talk to you about this.
What?
Did you watch any of it yesterday?
I didn't see very much of it. I just saw little blips of it on the entertainment shows last night.
The whole time that woman Lydia is talking and saying, the defendant, hit her, he did it. O.J. just sits with a legal pad now and talks to himself. He's talking the whole time, incessantly, just talking. He's not talking to Johnny Cochran.
He's just mumbling to himself?
It's not even mumbling. He's gone. I'm convinced.
What do you mean it's not mumbling?
Let me just say something. The artist formerly known as O.J. is gone. I don't believe his mind is still there. He sits there, and I don't mean mumbling. He is talking like I'm talking, moving the... when someone mumbles, you could just kind of say... He is like talking... Yeah, right. I mean talking. Oh. He's on Krypton. He's not on this planet. I am telling you.
Well, that's what that fax meant this morning. Somebody faxed in that the mumbling O.J.
Yeah, he's just constantly talking. You got to watch it.
It's a bother to him.
It's wild, and it is. You can't listen to what this woman Lydia is saying
because you're watching O.J.
You watch O.J. and Lydia is distracted by O.J. You have to see it. She can barely concentrate. O.J. is now almost talking at a full.
He has a constant conversation going while this trial is going on.
And Johnny Cochran turns away from him because he's trying to hear Lydia.
And he doesn't even say, shut up, O.J.
I don't know.
Stop it.
I don't know what's going on. Shapiro's there, and, O.J. doesn't appear to be talking to anyone.
I know there were some pictures shown at some point during the trial, and then they handed them over to Johnny Cochran, who was sitting next to O.J.
Yeah.
And they said that O.J. averted his glance. He did not look at the pictures.
Yeah, because O.J. was pretty involved. Sometimes, Lydia would say, and then the defendant supposedly said to his mother-in-law, "I'll cut the heads off of any man who looks at my wife."
That. I have,
And all of a sudden, O.J. goes like, "That's not true." Like the eyes bug out of the head. It almost looks like
He's going to attack.
Yeah, like a cartoon. It's not O.J. in there anymore. It's just
you act like you know him.
No, I'm saying it's not it's just a guy who's gone. I'm telling you. He's got to be. First of all, he's all gaunt. It's weird. And he's just talking, and nobody's acknowledging it. And nobody seems to be answering him back.
Maybe they are, you just don't hear them.
And he's writing on the yellow legal pad. Nobody's lips are moving. And he's writing on the...
No, I'm saying you can't see him. O.J. sees them.
Oh, O.J. sees the people he's talking to? Yeah, you might be right. He might be talking to me. But his lips are moving, and he's writing away on the yellow legal pad constantly. Johnny Cochran's writing, O.J.'s writing, and no one's writing.
I would like those legal pads collected, because I want to know what O.J.'s writing.
Yeah.
Well, here's Lydia again. She's arguing before Judge Ito.
Eddie Reynosa had a conversation with the defendant where he told Reynosa that if he caught any one of his wife's boyfriends driving any of his cars, he would, quote, cut his head off. And that displays the defendant.
And that's where O.J. would go, that is not true.
Jealousy. his need to control Nicole Brown Simpson.
And here's one of the other lawyers. That's the one that doesn't have a name on it, number 3.
The one with the big question mark on it?
Yeah. I didn't catch the name.
Okay.
The instance that we'll be hearing about in this case, telling her she's a fat pig in public, grabbing her crotch and saying, "This is mine." This is where my babies come from.
Wow.
That is humiliation. That is a control mechanism. That is verbal abuse.
I can try that on my wife. Hey, that's where my babies come from.
Can you imagine you grab your wife and lead her around by the crotch?
Wow.
I've never heard of anybody doing that.
Sure you haven't.
Jackie does it all the time.
Yeah.
I don't want your hand, I want your crotch.
That's where my babies come from, woman. That's my baby factory, you fat pig.
I don't know why she stayed with him as long as she did, if this was all going on all the time. Because
Wow.
in the paper today, they say this pattern of abuse started at the beginning of their relationship. And just went on and on and on until this final alleged episode where she wound up dead. They say that about 2 weeks before she was killed, keys were stolen from Nicole Simpson's condo. When Simpson was arrested, O.J. Simpson was arrested, he was carrying 2 sets of her keys. So in addition to all the blood evidence and everything else that went on, after that wild ride in the Bronco, when they searched O.J., he had 2 sets of keys to Nicole's condo.
Oh, my.
On him.
Yeah, well, like Elvis said yesterday, O.J.'s guilty.
In 1977...
It's starting to point to him, isn't it, Robin? There seems to be...
that arrow is going...
Yeah, it's starting to look... Now I'm starting to get into focus.
That way.
I guess black people just called me up and said, O.J.'s guilty.
Why would she have documented all of this?
She knew she was going to die.
She was scared to death.
Yeah. She wanted to leave behind a legacy, because she had a safety deposit box where she stuffed all this evidence in. Evidently, Nicole Simpson.
And now they even have a limo driver who's come forward and said, yes, O.J. socked her in the back of my limo.
Yeah.
They have the police evidence of the calls to 911. They have his conviction of a few years ago for spousal abuse. Yeah. I do believe all this should be admissible.
Well, you're not Judge Ito. All up to me.
He will make his decision. There's more testimony on hand today about the same issue.
No, that will be admissible. There is no doubt in my mind.
I mean,
it shows a pattern.
It's ridiculous. In the late 70s, after leaving a party in New York, the couple argued at the hotel. Nicole wrote, "He continued to beat me for hours as I kept crawling for the door." That's not funny, Jackie.
Jackie, very, very
She wrote that he continued to hit her while forcing her into sex. In the mid-1980s, a former maid found Nicole crying outside the mansion, and when she entered the house, she found 30 framed photos of the Brown family shattered and broken on the floor. In 1986, Simpson used a baseball bat to shatter the windshield of Nicole's Mercedes. For that, she refused to file charges. Among the officers investigating the case were Detective Mark Furman, or was Detective Mark Furman, and that's why they're going to have a special hearing to determine whether he should be a witness in the case, because he already had knowledge of their very violent encounters. And he's the man who found the bloody glove on the grounds of Simpson's Brentwood mansion.
Wow. Let's take a break, Robin. We'll be back right after these words.
You're listening to The Howard Stern Show. Once again, Howard Stern.
Yeah. Where were we in the news?
Yes, we were in the news.
You know I'm going to yell at Gary, don't you?
Why?
No, not now, but later, after the show. Right? Yes.
Okay, if you tell me you
No,
are.
you know I am.
Down in Florida, they had a couple of guys, 5 guys.
What'd you do? You think about it. Go out in the hole and think about it.
Go out in the hole and think about it?
Yeah. Put a dunce cap on and go think about it.
I think I know.
What? What didn't you do?
I didn't give you her name.
Right. Very embarrassing. Thank you. I can't win with you. He assumes I know everyone who works here.
It doesn't matter. You shouldn't assume anything.
Yeah, I spend...
Even people you know, you should have the name.
Yeah. Because Gary is shocked. 5 years that person works here. You don't know their name? And it's like, well, Gary, So,
how often do you see him roaming the halls?
Yeah, I'm roaming the halls,
Looking for
chatting
things
it up
to
with
do.
everyone. No, I see Gary roaming the halls, chatting it up with everyone. Mr. Busy. What was her name?
Liz.
Liz, thanks. Would you just assume I know it?
I thought I told it to you, but I should have written it
You
down.
just
But
write things down.
I told it to you right before she
It's
came.
so
in.
embarrassing. I don't know people's names. I work with them every day. Thank you. We go through this every time. And in the middle, I was going, maybe I should just go like this, you know, but he's busy chuckling with Jackie.
He's leaning against the door holding
Looking
it up.
stupid, yeah.
You shut the F up.
Why? Why should she shut the F up?
Because
Why? She's
I
not
don't
allowed to
get-
talk when I
I
talk
don't
to
need
you?
to be yelled at by two
Say
people.
more.
One boss. One boss.
Do you think she yelled?
One boss.
No, let me tell you the premise of this show,
I don't
genius.
need to be reprimanded.
Not only don't
How's
you
that
know
now?
not
Was
to
that
give me...
reprimanding?
Not only...
I was talking to Howard.
Second guess reprimanded.
You can't stop her from talking to me. You can't tell her to
Smacked
stop
around.
me from... You can't tell her to stop from talking to me. You can't tell her that.
I could ask her to stop talking about me.
Why?
No, you can't.
Who are you?
I'm a human.
No, you're not.
I'm a person. What am I?
What? I don't have my First Amendment rights.
I don't.
You're concerned?
I don't have feelings. No, really.
Who cares what you have?
I'm a person.
Who
Don't
said?
listen.
No,
I'm not even being
The
silly.
premise of this show is that Robin and I talk.
Right.
You can't tell her to shut the F up.
But she does not need to pile on me.
Why not?
Because you've already made it
wasn't
abundantly clear
piling
what the
on.
problem was.
He was discussing with me a problem.
No, I asked Robin, how many times do I mean, this is our ongoing problem.
Robin,
Your
why
job
don't
is
you
to give me the person's name when they walk in
And
here.
answer him with a number.
Even Jan Michael
Not an
Vincent
opinion.
walked in. Give me David's name.
Yeah.
David's his friend.
I wasn't even sure you were going to put David on the air.
But if he walks in the room, just write down the name so I know the guy's name. Write it down. That's all. That's all I ask of you. I don't ask a lot. I don't. I really don't. I know you think I do. But
I don't think you ask a lot.
What happens? You just forget each time?
I really thought I told you her name. I really thought you.
I think it's good when Robin piles on because maybe next time you'll remember.
No, it only
It doesn't
irritates
help.
me.
It doesn't.
It irritates you, but I've got to find a way to irritate
It
you.
only makes me recoil.
I think
You
it's just,
get
you know what
to
it is?
me.
I'm going to tell you what the problem is with you. I'm going to tell you right off the bat. I'm going to tell you the problem.
I'm
listen.
gonna-
No, you don't know what it is. Tell me what you think I'm going to say.
You're going to say that I think that I'm a star on this show.
That's
and
right.
I no longer feel that I have to do things.
Right.
But in the meantime,
In other
I
words,
would do
I'm
anything
never
to
gonna-
the show.
I'm never
and
gonna
stay
fire
here
you
at any
because-
hour to do anything.
Oh, yeah.
Well, then you will listen while I pile on.
Yeah, listen. But now he's going to go, I've been working on the birthday show 24 hours a day.
I work on a lot of stuff for you, man.
I know. Then there's no birthdays.
But I work on a ton of stuff for you.
Better be one.
If you say stay late, I stay late. You say
Right.
work on the weekend, I work on the weekend. But all of a sudden, if I'm not around when you call, I'm a star.
Your job is to put me at ease so I can glide through life. That's really your job.
You're to grease his way.
Yeah.
I do my best. Maybe that's all you get.
All I want you to do when I'm on the show is give me someone's. If a woman walks in, I do a commercial with her, and I don't know. And for those of you listening, during the local commercial break here in New York, I did a commercial with one of the women who works here. Very lovely woman. I see her in the hall. I always say hello. I didn't know her name offhand because I don't. Remarkably to Gary, I don't know everyone's name.
Well, I thought
This is remarkable to him.
20% of it was I thought that you knew her name, and then the other 80% was I told you right before the commercial.
No.
Gary, who are you working with? How long have you known Howard?
Right.
And how short his memory is.
Mm-hmm. I don't have a memory. And you know what? I don't have a memory for stuff like that.
Even when you put the paper in front of him, he's likely to lose it if you put it too early. You know this.
You could have even said you put the paper there. I still wouldn't have found it.
I did put it there.
Yeah. Look, all I'm asking, I'm begging you, pal. I don't know how to get it through to you unless I take that job away from you and assign it to someone else.
No, that's not necessary.
All right. I need you to write down everyone's name. What was that?
No, I just, you know.
Oh, you're doing him Jackie
Jackie
impression.
comes in, and he's got to laugh.
All right.
Robin's got to poke.
Good job.
Right.
Fred, throw in a sound effect. Help me out.
Do da-da-dummy.
Pop, 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 pop.
There you go. There's Jackie's name. Yeah. I love you. I think you're a great guy, but you got to help me out here.
Do you really love me, or do you really think I'm a great guy?
I think you're a terrific
Or do you
guy.
just temper that?
Listen, who else would put up with this?
Occasionally he says very nice things about you.
Yeah, I like you. I just don't know. I don't know how to discipline you because you're a big star now. You're
I'm not-
a Foe.
But I've never said
T-shirts and traveling troops.
But I've never said
I don't know.
I've never said or implied that
I
was
try
too
to
big
get
do
you to do
anything
things.
for you. Listen, when you leave, sometimes you need a hand getting outside. Do I ever say, "Oh, I'm too big to walk outside with you now.
I can't even remember the last time you helped me outside, unless there was nobody around.
Right, but that's the point. You want me doing stuff up here, but in a pinch? No, but in a pinch, would I go out with you?
I just was in a pinch. You didn't do it.
Hey,
all right,
last week,
I got to go.
Gary, I need my lunch.
All right.
Boss, taken care of.
Right.
I'm too big to get your lunch? Of course not.
Whatever.
I'm not too big for anything.
Thank you.
That's sort of.
I just need you to just write down the name of the guest. The woman works here, and I don't know her name.
I got you, but it sort of irritates me that you think that I'm too big for you.
You have a perception of yourself that you're Bob Morton or something.
I absolutely do not.
I don't have a salary for Bob Morton.
The perception is I don't do anything for you.
Repeat after me. I am only Fa-Fa-Foley.
Only Fa-Fa-Flowly.
I am not important.
I am not important.
I am no big star.
I am no big star.
Even though I have much, much better teeth now.
Even though I have much, much better teeth now.
I am not a star.
I am not a star.
I will try to do better.
I will try to do better.
Than my best. But than my best.
Than my best.
Because my best sucks.
Because my best sucks.
I will try to do the very few things Wolf requires of me.
I will try to do the very few things Wolf requires of me.
All right, very good. All right. All right, thank you.
Your usual unfairness.
All right. Thank you.
5 against 5.
I wanted to do the news here, not discipline my staff.
Unfortunately, it's impossible.
Thank you, Gary. Thank you for your help. And please, it was embarrassing to me. And I kept looking over at you. I was like,
what?
That's why I was like,
I didn't see any of that.
It was obvious when the woman walked in. I was saying her name.
I mean, you didn't notice there was a problem with that whole thing?
No, but you did because you're so astute. You noticed. You noticed it, right?
No, the woman walked in to do a commercial.
Right on purpose, Robin.
The woman walked in to do a commercial. She's a nice
Robin, you
woman.
noticed it, right? You noticed it right away.
Absolutely. I noticed that there was no name mentioned, that there was a stranger.
The very beginning of the commercial, don't I always say,
who she was?
This is Liz, and I try to tip you off. I go, oh, this is the saleswoman. I know she's not a saleswoman. I see her typing and stuff. Oh, this is the saleswoman. I call her the saleswoman. I thought you'd catch on. He gets her in the door. He figures his responsibility's over.
But nobody else caught on.
Please.
No, I mean, nobody else here, like...
How could they say anything? Jackie
could have said something like he didn't catch on either.
We were all busy doing our job.
Yeah, everyone's doing their job. That's your job.
Yeah, Jackie's doing his job.
It is. That's his job. That's his job.
What do you mean, Jackie works like a Trojan there.
Oh, now I know you guys are... Now I know this is a joke because Robert's supporting Jackie.
That's some joke. I'm not joking. Maybe someone else is.
Howard, I got the fed guy. He's been working hard all day. He's read Newsday 3 times already.
Is that right? Have you seen him back there reading it?
Don't work so hard on that joke.
All right, very good.
Don't grow your hair back.
All right, do we have time to do another news story here, or do we have to take another break? All right, we'll take a break and we'll continue with the news right after these words.
It's the Howard Stern Show. Here's Howard.
See, I was trying, during the commercials, in case you're just joining us, one of the sponsors brought me a gift, but see, I was trying to tell the sponsors that they should contact Ralph about what kind of jewelry I like.
They don't listen.
They won't listen. No one will listen. They instead got in touch with Mark
personal jeweler.
My personal jeweler. Mark Udell.
I didn't know you had a personal jeweler.
Well, I do now.
You could get 2 video cameras for what this costs.
Really? Great. Okay. Well, then I will. Very beautiful. Don't get me wrong. It's just...
it's just not your style.
It's not that kind of guy.
What are you going to do?
Jackie, you can wear it.
No.
You try to head those guys off?
Yeah, you know.
But that's the only one you'll have to endure.
All right, you. So what else is in the news?
One of our favorite people has left the state. Thomas Grosso, 32, is back in Oklahoma.
We had something to do with it.
Under a death sentence for killing an 87-year-old Tulsa woman in 1990. This was the man Governor Cuomo made an issue of. He had this man extradited from Oklahoma so that he could serve a 20-year sentence here first before the death penalty could be carried out in Oklahoma.
Right.
But Governor Pataki, keeping a campaign promise
that he made on this show, has
sent him home to Oklahoma.
I don't know if you realize the history of this. We pointed this out to Governor Pataki when he was running. He'd called in, and I said to him, you know, this Cuomo, I remember it. I just said to him, this Cuomo drives me crazy. He's got that guy Grasso. That's his big issue. And Pataki said right then and there, okay, so I'll tell you this. As soon as I become governor, I'm going to ship that guy right back and let him fry in the electric chair.
Yeah, they said it could be within a few days.
I could play tape of that. And then he made that campaign pledge on the air. It wasn't something that he had said before.
Mm-hmm.
And he did it. He made it happen within, I don't know, he's been in office, 2 days?
Well, he went in January 1st.
Okay.
It's January 12th.
12 days, and he already made good on his promise to get rid of that vermin.
That's pretty good, if you ask me.
Already, you're better off. Already, your life improved. Hey, Ganji, go to Oklahoma and try and tape the execution for the E! Show. Thank you.
He was a man who was asking to die, and Governor Cuomo said no.
Yeah, Governor Cuomo went out of his way to make sure the guy came here so he couldn't die. They wanted to kill him in Oklahoma.
But even Grasso said, let me go.
Yeah.
I want to go.
Good. So Pataki said, here, go. And Cuomo was saying, this is interesting, Cuomo was saying, I can't get this done, you don't understand, it's a matter of law, it's a legal problem, it's this and that and the other.
He didn't have to step in. Nobody was worried about this guy but him.
Yeah. So Pataki said, you know what? Wasn't that hard to do. I did it. It's all done. Guy's gone. Goodbye.
Case closed.
Case closed. Let Oklahoma worry about this nincompoop.
In Florida, they had 5 guys escape from a maximum security prison. They did it by pretending that they were joining the church. So every couple of days, I don't know how often they got to go to church services, but whenever they went to church, instead of actually going to church, the church was up on stilts.
Right.
They would head that way, switch into some grubby uniforms, go under the church, and start digging a tunnel. And after a couple of weeks or months or years, I don't know how long it took, they had a tunnel dug that led right out to the fence past the prison.
It's that easy, huh? What prison is that?
Down in Florida.
Oh.
The Glades Correctional Institution in Belle Glade, Florida.
Yeah, OJ wants to go to that prison.
So they dug this tunnel that went past the fence, and 5 of them scurried out of the prison around New Year's. 2 guys were turned in by some transients the other day, and there was a shootout, and one of them was killed. The other guy was taken into custody, and now I see that they've captured another one. So there's only 2 of these escapees still missing down in Florida. The transients who tipped off the police are going to be able to split $20,000 because there's a $10,000 reward for information leading to the arrest or capture of each of these individuals. So can you imagine these guys? It's like hitting the lottery for them. They saw these guys sleeping in their little area, I guess, where they hang out, and they turned them into the police, and now they're going to get $20,000. Maybe they'll move into an apartment.
Hey, that's a lot of money. I got to work 2 clubs for that.
We've been talking about this animal torture that's been going on. There's a lot of it around these days.
Well, I can honestly say Jan Michael Vincent had nothing to do with it. All right? I interviewed
You're willing
the
to
guy.
go on record.
Yeah, he says he never heard anything.
He misses his dog more than he misses his wife.
Right. And he loves his truck.
Yesterday there was an article in the paper about some seal slashings off Long Island.
I read this, I freaked out. I said, what kind of animal? They got to catch the guy who's doing this because he's probably 1 step away from killing human beings. What does he do? He slashes their backs.
Yeah.
These seals.
Little cute seals.
Yeah, little cute seals.
By. Off the coast of Fire Island. And
they say the guy must have a boat. They say he's doing it from a boat. And he sees these seals. And he slashes the seals. Not so that they'll die.
No, so they just like bleed.
So they bleed slowly to death. And then these animals wash up on the shore dying. And sometimes people try to coax them back into the water thinking they're doing the right thing. They think they're just washed up.
Right.
And they say, no, these animals are smart. They know that when they're dying or they're in trouble, they should wash up on shore. Maybe something will help them.
Yeah.
So
and they've got 1. 2 have died. They've had 3 over the past several months. So they've got 1 still living.
And they think it's a guy who has a vendetta against seals.
Now, what could a seal have ever done to him?
Now, that's the funniest part. Like, who is the guy who has a vendetta against seals?
But it said yesterday there might be 2 guys. There might be 1 guy holding it while the other guy's slashing.
I know. They said, well,
jeez.
And they're saying psychologically it's a guy who has a vendetta against seals. So I'm trying to think, like, what happened in his life? My mother used to beat me with a seal. You know, what? Do you think it's that literal, that, like, something was done to him around seals?
I don't know.
It's got to be a funny story.
Like he got beat up at the zoo, you mean?
Yeah.
Or something weird?
Yeah, or like...
Or his father works for the zoo.
Or
yeah.
seal wallpaper in his parents'
I don't know. Yeah, just to smack him while he was looking at seals, or he had a picture of a seal, or I don't know, maybe a seal hit him or something with a flipper. I don't know.
I can't wait for them to catch the guy so we can find out.
Yeah, he should definitely be examined.
But there's also this story from Doylestown, Pennsylvania.
Doylestown.
3 men have been convicted of torturing to death Duke, a 7-year-old Dalmatian. Roy Elliott, 21. John Pyatt, who's 23. John Pyatt Jr. Or Jan Pyatt Jr. Let me make that clear so that his father doesn't get...
Jan Michael Pyatt.
No, Jan Pyatt Jr.
Jan Pyatt Jr. Imagine Jan Pyatt Sr. somewhere, real proud right now.
And Jason...
That's my boy.
Tapper. All between the ages of 23 and 21. They face up to 7 years in prison. Duke's mouth was sealed with tape. A pit bull was sicked on him. His ears were cut off. His throat was slit, and his head crushed with a cinder block.
Just a dog?
Mm-hmm.
Dan, what can they do to these guys? I mean...
They could get up to 7 years in prison. They've been convicted,
really?
Yeah.
For doing that to a dog?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Dogs are becoming more important than people. I know a guy killed his wife, only got a week.
Well, I heard an incredible story this morning as I was coming in. I don't know the guy's name. I don't have all the information, but 17 years ago, he took a hammer and beat his girlfriend to death.
How many years did he get?
Well, he's getting out of jail. He served 17 years, and that was like 2/3 of his sentence. He's getting off with time off for good behavior.
Yeah, what possible good behavior could he have that would merit him getting out of jail?
He had just graduated from Yale. His girlfriend was a Yale student, and he was upset because she broke up with him.
Yeah.
So he killed her with the hammer and claimed it was temporary insanity.
I think I remember that case.
And wound up being convicted of manslaughter. So they reduced the charge to manslaughter to get a conviction.
Amazing.
And now he's getting out. He's going to move to New Mexico, I understand.
Believe me, that's what would happen to O.J. if he was just a regular guy. They would plea bargain a little. He'd get he'd probably be in jail for about 5 years. That'd be the end of it. That's what normally happens. There's no justice. You got judges worrying about the wrong things. I'll tell you a story soon about a judge. I got a good one.
Remember the story of the guy who had his arms ripped off in some farm machinery?
Yeah.
And even with his arms off, he dragged himself to his house, went inside, put a pen in his mouth, and dialed 911 to call for help.
Great story.
And then,
I bought the movie rights.
And then he climbed into the bathtub to wait for assistance so that he wouldn't bloody up the rug.
Right.
Well, it's been 3 years since that accident, and John Thompson is now 21, and he can move his wrists, grip with his hands, and is learning to extend his fingers.
That's great. You know who I'm going to get to play the role?
Who?
Jan Michael Vincent.
You think he can play a 17-year-old?
Oh, I thought you said a 70-year-old.
No, he's only 21 now.
Oh, I see.
But that was pretty incredible. And he's just beginning to be able to move those fingers after all this time.
It's a miracle.
He was just awarded some kind of a courage award named after Jim Thorpe because of his rehabilitation effort.
Who's Jim Thorpe again?
Wasn't he an Olympian?
An Indian. So it doesn't really count, does it?
Oh, stop it. I just think that's a wonderful story. You wonder what happens. That's like a whatever happened to.
I hear you.
3 years later, he's just beginning to move his fingers.
Oh, good. We'll send him a violin.
Oh, you're heartless.
No, I'm happy for the guy. I can barely move my fingers.
Did you see Dominic Barbara in the paper today?
Yeah.
Behind his client, Carol Shia, the NYPD police officer who posed nude in Playboy. She had to admit in court yesterday that she got $100,000 for posing nude.
Didn't we know that already?
I don't know that we had
She told us when she came in. She basically said that, she said it here.
That's what you guessed, and she didn't say.
And she said, it's around there. It's pretty close.
Really? I didn't remember. But she's on trial for her job. They're saying in the police department that she wants to be a full-time model. She doesn't want to be a police officer, but she needed the notoriety of being a police officer in order to get these modeling jobs like Playboy and get $100,000. And they're accusing her of misusing her position and not getting permission to moonlight, to take the job modeling for Playboy and doing a couple of spots on television.
I don't think there's anything wrong with police officers in their off time making a living, doing whatever they have to do, because I think the job is very dangerous. And as long as they're not doing anything illegal.
And they're not getting paid tons of money.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about people, so it's a beautiful woman. She decides...
They keep saying she did something to every other woman on the police force by doing that.
Well, they're saying, since no other woman is taking her clothes off, therefore...
No, that's not what they're saying.
Yes, that's what they are saying.
What are they saying?
They're saying...
Because I misunderstood it then.
They're saying... What they're saying is, look, the reason it's such a novelty is all the other women have such integrity that they're not taking their clothes off. Therefore, if she takes her clothes off, she becomes the one exception, so she gets the $100,000, and all the other women who don't take their clothes off, who sacrifice this $100,000, as if every woman on the police department could take her clothes off and get $100,000. That's what the argument is.
What they're saying is that she capitalized on their integrity. These are hardworking women.
These are women who don't.
And she went in there just to use the position to get this modeling job.
Yeah, his contention is that if Carol Shire went in and took her clothes off for Playboy and was lucky enough to get, she might not even get that job if she wasn't a police officer. No one would have asked her to take her clothes off. She's, because she's about as, she's as good looking as the girls in Scores. Not all the girls in Scores get to take their clothes off in Playboy.
Right.
So they're saying because of the novelty of being a police officer, that's why she got the $100,000.
Yes, I agree with that 100%.
Okay. My point of view is, and I understand what they're saying there.
But is that against the law? Is that a
right.
crime?
Yeah, there's so many other things to worry about in the police department. Whether a guy's, accepting illegal drug money, coke, or whatever the hell it is. And I would say that if a woman in the police department can take her clothes off and get $100,000, let her do it, as long as it doesn't interfere with her job. If she's a bad police officer, get rid of her. I think cops should have the right to do whatever they have to do in order to supplement their income if it doesn't interfere with their job.
As long as it's legal.
Yeah. And if you know what? They want to take a little drug money, go ahead. Who cares?
Stop it. Nobody
Big deal.
wants to take drug money.
That's okay with me. What? Oh, here he is.
She's innocent. Your Honor, she's innocent.
What do you want?
Happy birthday to...
So what else?
Where's my list?
That was Dominic Barber, by the way, the attorney.
Oh, Michael Jackson is issuing threats. He says he wants his lawyers to vigorously sue anyone who spreads false rumors about there being a videotape of him having sex with an underage child.
Oh, there's one. You mean he hasn't done that?
There's been a rumor floating around that there is such a videotape.
Believe me, if there was, we'd have it.
And he wants anyone who's caught reporting this or relating this rumor in any way to be vigorously gone after by his attorneys to stop them.
Okay.
So,
I hope no one sends us a copy.
He's up in arms now, and he's fighting back. There's still all kinds of rumors going around.
There's probably no rumor of that happening. It's just that he's coming out and saying, by denying the rumor and saying, go after it, he's doing the one thing that there isn't a tape of.
Well, actually, I heard it on one of the tabloid shows
right.
the other day.
Whatever.
So that's, I guess, what got him all riled up. But they are also reporting that he has a new young companion that he's been running around with.
It's not Priscilla Presley?
No.
Or whatever her name is?
And that he runs around in a ski mask.
Oh, really?
So that nobody can see him with his new young companion. Like, he's not too conspicuous. He's sitting in a restaurant eating through a ski mask.
Is that right? Oh, you're kidding me.
I am not kidding.
How bizarre is he?
Lisa Marie nowhere around, and he's there with a young kid, and it's a mall. It's not like he's hiding. He goes to places where there are thousands of people roaming around.
That kid must be more out of touch than the OJ jury.
And Michael's sitting there in a mask.
Where are the parents? They're not around. Fascinating. I mean, after let's say all the allegations against Michael Jackson are untrue. But after you read that, maybe it's a good idea not to let him go to lunch with your kid in a ski mask.
I don't think I'd want my kids sitting across from somebody at a table in a ski mask.
Yeah, forget about the allegations of child abuse. I don't know that I want that kind of... I don't want someone in a ski mask talking to my kid. I just don't want it. It seems bizarre. I don't need them in bizarre situations. There's enough bizarre stuff in the world. Unbelievable. Suddenly Joel Steinberg is Father of the Year. Remember him?
Yes.
Yeah.
David Letterman has relented, and he will host the Academy Awards this year.
Well, of course. Didn't Johnny once do the Academy Awards?
Yes, Johnny did it for a couple of years in a row, as I believe.
Don't we have to do everything Johnny does?
We are the new Johnny. So now he's going to be doing what Johnny did. He's going to host the Academy Awards. Finally coming to their rescue, since nobody else in the country could do it.
Thank you, Dave. We're so grateful.
Yes, we can all rest easier now that the Academy Awards ceremony will go on as usual.
You know, I saw the best movie of the year the other night. It was Cabin Boy 3.
I wonder if Dave has enough time to put together that monologue.
Yeah. What wacky bit do you think he'll do?
In March, you know.
He'll do one wacky bit where he leaves the theater and runs outside, I think.
You think he'll take the cameras somewhere?
He'll run off with one of the Oscars, with a giant Oscar, and he'll run outdoors with it, and he'll run down the street and do something with it.
Oh, that'll be interesting.
Doesn't he always run out of the theater? Isn't that his thing? He runs out of the theater to go do something on the street?
Yeah, go
sell
visit.
an Oscar or trade it.
Right.
Or he forgot the envelope.
Or those two imbeciles that hang around with him will... Larry Melrose Green or whatever his name is.
Larry Bud Melman.
Larry Bud Melman, and one of you or maybe those two dot heads. Maybe they'll run around with him.
What were they, Pakistani?
I don't know what they are. Whatever they are. I love all people. I could care less. Whether you wear a dot on your head, whether your skin is black, red, white, green, yellow. I love all people.
As Jan Michael Vincent said, a man is a man and a woman is a woman.
Woman.
Woman, not woman. Woman is woman. He said it just like this, Robin. He said, woman is woman, and man is man.
I'm sorry for misquoting him.
And wasn't it Frankenstein who said, woman? Woman.
Good.
Did you see that they say the hottest thing now is these prostitutes from Thailand?
Woman. Yeah, I know that.
These Chinese gangs apparently smuggle women into the country, and then once they get here, they think they'll be able to pay off their debt to these guys for getting them the fake visas and green cards by working in restaurants as waitresses.
Yeah.
But instead, they wind up in these houses and then have to service clients for $120 an hour or something like that. And they must see 500 clients to win their freedom.
Wow.
So the other day, a woman...
Woman!
Isn't that how Connie Chung got into the country? Oh, I guess I have her confused with someone else.
Connie Chung was born here.
Oh. I thought that she was involved in that.
No.
I was wrong.
You think Maury Povich was a client?
He was the 500th guy.
Lucky me.
I've got Connie. All right, so she wasn't.
A woman sent out a message to police pleading for help with one of her clients, and the client actually took it to the police station.
Wow.
So they set up a surveillance of the house, and then when they saw one of these alleged gang members coming out with one of the girls, they stormed the place, and there were like 5 or so girls in there, all
girls
working hard, but only one, the girl who wrote the little note, is cooperating with the police. The others were afraid of retaliation.
Girls.
So it seems to be the thing. Who are the people who go to these houses?
Jackie Mono.
I've never been.
You're sure?
Yeah.
It's just always amazing. People don't care where they go, what conditions people are under.
Those girls give a good rub down. They got a couple of places in... Where's that, Queens?
That was in Queens.
All of Queens is loaded with those places. I mean, I wouldn't know, but you get a nice rub down. You get it. They call that therapeutic massage.
Is that right?
Yeah, you release everything.
Well, that's what's happening, folks.
You're not kidding. That's happening. Hey, I got to read this note Robin just got. Robin just got delivered a whole bunch of flowers.
A huge bouquet.
I said to Robin, Robin comes in, she goes, guess who just sent me flowers? I said, who, Jan Michael Vincent? And she said, no, read this letter. Here it is. Dear Robin, we at Playboy Home Video would be thrilled, delighted, exhilarated, excited, ecstatic, and really happy, to say the least, if you would be a part of Playboy's Women of Radio Home Video. After all, what good would a Woman of Radio tape be without the Queen of Radio? Enjoy the flowers. It's just the beginning of a beautiful relationship. I'm looking forward to hearing from you in regards a vice president of Playboy Entertainment Group. Our own Robin Quivers being asked to appear nude.
No, they didn't say that.
Well, I think they want to see the tatas if it's going to be Playboy. Well, there it is. Isn't that exciting, Robin?
Well, he will be exhilarated and all those other things.
Boy, they really know you.
Because if that would happen, it would be totally exhilarating.
I wonder what they pay someone like you to do that.
I know what it would cost.
How much would you take?
It would cost enough money that you'd never see me again.
Really?
Yeah.
How much is that?
I don't want to pose in Playboy to enhance my position in the business.
You want to end your position.
I want to get out of the business.
Right, because once you do that, you don't want to be here for the discussion of it. I don't care how much money they give you. I say you'd still show up here.
You want to believe me?
Absolutely. You need
I
it.
love you, Howard.
That's right. It's in your blood, honey.
I love you, but that would be the last time you saw me.
I doubt it. I don't believe it
won
either.
the lottery and
She'd be here if they gave her $100 million, she'd be here.
I wish somebody would test me.
I'll test you. Fred, give her $100 million right now.
I'm getting my checking account.
Right.
Please test me.
Anyway, Robin, first of all, I consider that an insult. This Playboy. First of all, if you're going to put Robin in Playboy, what does she need to be lumped in with the Women of Radio?
I'm a member of some group. How dare
the
you?
Women of Radio. So who are you going to be in there with?
They can kiss my feet.
Shelley Sonstein?
LaToya gets her own.
Yeah. The Queen of Radio can't get her own.
No.
How dare they? They want you cheap. Anyway, hey, watch the E! Show tonight. It's that Dr. Ruth thing where we asked Dr. Ruth about her favorite sex acts. And I try to get her to say dirty words for about a half hour. It's pretty funny.
Howard, I will not say penis like that. If you want to make an appointment,
yeah, right.
I will discuss it with you.
Well, yeah, I'm going to make it a private appointment so I can hear you say penis 1,200 times. She's out of touch. What is it? Flea, flee, flow, fly?
Are you ending the show now?
Yeah.
I don't know if you're interested, but somebody's outside that dropped off a cake and flowers for you. I don't know if you wanted to talk to her. It's Jimmy Breslin's daughter.
Jimmy Breslin's daughter?
Breslin's daughter?
Was she a fan?
Well, she owns a bakery, so she baked you a cake. But she sounds a lot like him.
What does Jimmy Breslin do these days? Is he still writing?
He's a writer, isn't he?
Is he still writing?
Yeah.
Even after you got him suspended, he still kept his job.
Oh, yeah? Does she look like him?
She does not look like him. Yeah, she looks like him. Sure.
Really? I mean, I really want to go home.
I got you. Okay.
One other thing I have to tell you, though, is that I got a call from Jose Iber's people.
Oh, the hair dude?
Yeah, yesterday. They were very pleased with our discussion of secret hair.
Yeah, well, tell him to go jump off a bridge.
Jose said he would even do something special with my hair for the TV one day.
Yeah, good.
I said, what special could you do with this?
All I know is when I was having real hair problems,
he was nowhere to be found.
We called him.
Cold peony.
We were at NBC.
What did he say, Fred?
Cold peony.
Yeah.
We were at NBC, and he wouldn't even come to the phone.
No.
We got him on the air. We were talking to the receptionist, and he got on, and he was sort of miffed that you interrupted him in the middle of his art.
Yeah, so screw him. Now that we have something, we're not going to be nice to him.
No problem. Don't call us. We'll call you.
We're like Paul Reiser. If you're not nice to us, we hold a grudge. If you're not nice to us in the beginning, we're not nice to you now. Right.
I loved it. Peony loved it.
Peony. The peony. All right. Let's go home.
So we're going to go home then.
Well,
you want her to just give you quickly the cake?
All right.
She came all this way.
Yeah, but, I don't eat cake. And I don't wear gold jewelry.
You took that.
No. I'm going to give it back to him. I am.
This is your only birthday celebration on the air this year. You got to enjoy it.
Yeah. Okay. Tomorrow, the big birthday show. Tune in. That's going to be good.
I'll be right here. I don't know.
Hey, how you doing? You don't look like Jimmy Breslin.
Who said that?
Gary. It's Kelly. All right, maybe you do a little.
You got to talk on the microphone.
Yeah, it's a radio thing.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, very nice. Thank you. You don't have to open the cake now. I'll eat it later.
What
do we owe this honor?
Grand Central Station, and nobody's working because they're singing "Happy Birthday, Howard Stern."
What did she say?
She has a deli somewhere.
Oh, do you really?
And everybody's
How's your
singing
dad?
"Happy Birthday." He's fine.
Yeah, good.
Do you talk to him every day?
Hard. He was sick, and now he's better.
Yes, good.
When parents scream, you know they're better.
Right. Jimmy Breslin is like this reporter. And
columnist.
And he's like one of these hard-edged guys.
A real newspaper man.
Yeah.
But he was also a teddy bear.
Was he a nice guy growing up?
Great guy.
Yeah? Get along with him?
We used to play basketball and break the window when he was typing, and he would scream. So then we knew he was okay and caring.
Right.
When parents scream, they're caring.
They are. So, and what'd you do? You opened up a bakery or something?
I have a Kelly's Express in Grand Central Station on the lower level by the Oyster Bar.
Did your dad pay for it?
No.
You did it yourself?
I wish.
Really?
I didn't make.
Yeah, I don't think he makes that much money being a news guy.
Isn't he? He must have some money.
He's written. How many books has your dad written?
I think about 10.
Yeah, he's written a lot of books. I mean, I don't know if you make money writing books, but he's written a lot of them.
What are you writing with, Ratso?
Unfortunately for me, he didn't give me any money.
Really?
It's a very small little shop. You start small in the beginning.
I got
Do you do all the cooking?
I do the cooking and I do the slicing. I have somebody else who prepares it with me.
You got a nice body.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So having a famous dad doesn't do anything for you then?
Well,
you just have to go to work and do your own thing.
Gary, stop babbling. You sound like OJ. I don't know. I'm trying to talk.
When did you get into the show as an interviewer?
I don't know. I'm just trying to get through my morning.
I gave you her name, by the way.
Right. Thank you. Kelly. Kelly Breslin.
What prompted you to bring a cake and flowers to us?
I have the morning shift is in, and I walk into my store, and everybody's singing "Happy Birthday, Howard." They're not selling bagels. They're not selling pastrami sandwiches.
What are you talking about?
I guess her whole crew wouldn't work today.
They weren't working today.
Oh, I don't believe that. Oh, stop it, Kelly.
Happy birthday, and I got.
You sound like your father now. You do. Vocally, you sound like your father. You have a husky voice.
Yeah, I consider it raspy.
Well, I like your father. I got her father in trouble once.
What was it?
Well, he had written a column, and he called somebody a chink or something. What was it? What did your dad do again? He called somebody someone. Oh, I know what it was. There was another reporter at Newsday who accused him of calling her like a slow pet or something. Right? Wasn't that it? I don't even remember what it was. It shows you how unimportant all of it is.
Right. I know it has something to do with an Asian person, but I don't remember exactly.
She got insulted.
So Jimmy came on our show because I was defending him.
Right. He called in.
And we were talking, and I think he said something like...
Something about women.
Yeah. So they had to suspend him. I felt bad for your dad.
My sister was screaming in the background, "Call Howard. Call Howard," like a cheerleader.
Yeah, I know. Well, it didn't work out so good. I guess that's the last time your dad listens to you. Yeah. His daughter's helping him out. A lot of the Chinese are always stirring up dust. They can get you in a lot of trouble. I know what you mean. Why can't they just work hard and go home?
I think they would say they have worked hard.
Right.
Remember the railroads?
That's true. They did a great job on the railroads. But at this point, everybody just mellow out. Well, you Chinese. I was like defending your dad because it was like everyone was ganging up on him. I don't even know what he did. I don't even remember, but it shows you how unimportant it was because
it doesn't stick in your mind.
Yeah.
What?
What?
I don't think it was great what he did.
Well, I forget what he did.
I think somebody got offended. I think he offended somebody very highly.
Right, and you know what it was? The guy apologized. Breslin, wasn't that he apologized?
I think it took a lot, and I think that he did.
Oh, he did.
Yes.
So he apologized, and I said, "Okay, it's over." The guy apologized. It's his, it wasn't a nice thing to say, but he apologized. So when I said that, he called here, and then he was joking around, making some comments about women, but he was clearly joking. And they said, "Well, gee, he's not being serious enough about his apology."
You did it to him.
Yeah, but he was trying to be in the spirit of the show.
Spirit of the show. It's a light-hearted show.
Yeah, they were real sneaky, those Chinese, with that one. Now, so it was an Asian woman who got all upset. It's too bad.
We're bringing back the dead.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, maybe your father, maybe you shouldn't come on this show. Anyway.
He's trying to put that all behind him.
Yeah, whenever people come on this show, they get in trouble.
And if he didn't.
So at your place, do you serve Oriental people or you won't?
I will serve anybody.
Right. Good for you.
Go buy a sandwich and.
Well, say hi to your father for us.
I will.
Yeah.
And please, anytime that you're in Grand Central Station, come to my very cute little small Kelly's Express sandwich shop and have a quiche or a sandwich on me.
Okay, Kelly. Thanks. That's Kelly Breslin, daughter of Jimmy Breslin.
Time of my life.
Oh, good. Oh.
You too had the best time.
You too? You sound like Jan Michael Vincent. He had the best time in his life.
Bye-bye.
Bye. She's cute. You got a girlfriend? I mean, a boyfriend? I'm sorry.
What are you saying?
No, I meant boyfriend. Did she have a boyfriend?
I don't know. She used to, but I'm not sure.
Anyway, there you go. All right, where is... I got to get out of here. I'm exhausted. All right. Jokey, the Jackman Watling. To order Jackie's Wild Comedy CD or cassette, it is $10 plus $3 shipping and handling. Jokeland special, buy two, get one free. Call 1-800-323-KING. Now, tomorrow night, this will be Jackie's last live appearance. There was a rumor of this.
Jackie's retiring from live performance?
Jackie is very depressed and is having trouble performing on stage. So
When did this happen?
It's been happening.
I hadn't heard this.
He might not be able to work for years. Unless it will be the last appearance unless he comes out of his depression.
Wow.
Tomorrow night at 8 and 10 at the Treehouse Comedy Club in Norwalk, Connecticut. For raunchy jokes and info,
Better
call.
get over there.
Yeah, 516-9221. Remember, 516-9221 is not a pay service.
It'll be the last time to see Jackie live.
Well, look what happened to Shecky Green. He didn't appear for years. He was all
Where is
depressed.
Shecky?
He was depressed. He just went back on stage.
Shecky syndrome, that's what I heard.
Don't miss Baba Bolai at this Harrow East Theater this Saturday night in Rochester, New York for a
I need
listener
more time to think.
for a listener appreciation party.
Might be his list.
He's at a theater?
Yeah. And he'll stand there like a big dummy with those inner tube lifts. This Saturday, 2 p.m. to 4 p.m., Ms. Howard Stern, the reigning Ms. Howard Stern.
Of 1994.
Of 1994 will be at the Meadowlands Convention Center. Free pictures and autographs. And who knows? She might not be wearing panties. Don't miss Stuttering John's band at Nick's in Alexandria, Virginia this Friday night, January 13th, and at Avalon on 2nd Avenue and 85th Street in Manhattan, Wednesday night, January 18th, with special guest Norris in Chains.
Norris is in Chains?
Yeah, Norris in Chains. That's Fred's band. If you're planning a wedding or party and you need a DJ, call Scott the Engineer's Rocket Entertainment at 718-BAG-5040. See you tomorrow. 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 See you